What, you having problems with that mic over
mic
there?
stand. The weak ass mic stand.
Hold on, let's get this fixed.
Man,
let's
if
get this
your
fixed.
mic stand is weak, you need some.
Can I leave it like
you
this?
feel me?
Huh?
Can I leave it like this?
Yeah, do you feel comfortable?
Yeah.
See, that's why I put it on your chair. But you're not going to hold it like that the whole time, right?
Can I just leave it like this?
As long as you don't...
Can I leave it like this though?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure this is good.
As long as you like talking into it, yeah.
Can
yeah.
I adjust it to
I mean, as long as it doesn't fall over, do what you need to do, bro.
this guy?
You like just talking with the side of the mic like this. I'm just airing out all my problems today. I just think it's best if they're on the table.
You don't like potting with me.
I love potting with you.
You don't like potting with me.
You're my pod brother.
I don't know if either of you like potting with me, honestly.
Man.
Miles, we don't make it 113 episodes if I don't like this shit. You know
Miles,
what I mean?
I don't know if I've ever said this, but I love you, bro.
I love you too.
You
I-
said that
I
on
think
camera.
he said
on camera.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say it again because today is a different day than yesterday. So I love you, bro, and I really let me take a moment.
Anyways,
Let me take a moment to appreciate you on camera. Show you some love on camera. Miles, you are like one of the most passionate YNs that I know.
Passionate.
YN is crazy. Love your
And
passionate
I
YN.
feel like every time you about to crash out, it's for a good reason. You know what I'm saying? You really care about your craft, and I appreciate you.
I'll crash out with a cause.
Yo,
Right,
that would be a fire Valentine's Day card.
Ooh.
Everything you just said, you could sell that to Hallmark for a little band.
Man, Hallmark, hit me up, bro.
Most passionate. I'm not gonna say it.
How was everyone's week?
Are we not gonna intro him?
Are we gonna intro again? I just said, "What up, y'all? Welcome back to another Stereo Vision podcast." And you did the episode already.
Oh,
That happened a while ago.
should we just start over? I feel like the flow. Are we flowing? Do we have the rhythm?
Go.
Can y'all feel the waves?
We're silly this week. We'll do a proper one right now. What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Stereo Vision podcast.
Oh, it's good. Episode 113.
Happy to have y'all back with us, man. Clearly, we are joking around, fucking around today, but it's been a good week. Very enjoyable, very calm. You know what I mean? We didn't go out this weekend.
We were out on Friday.
Does that count as the weekend for real to you?
Friday?
Friday don't count as the weekend to me for real.
That's
I see what you're
totally-
saying.
that's totally
I see
part
what
of
you're
the
saying.
weekend.
Like Friday night, but like
Friday night is the weekend.
I guess
It's just objectively the weekend.
we work all
You just
day
have
though.
no argument.
Friday night is the weekend.
Friday night.
And you were
Yeah.
outside Friday night.
Okay, I
You
went
went
outside
out.
on Friday, but I was relatively inside all weekend.
And even our outside wasn't that outside.
You know what I
It was
mean?
like
Like, that
2
didn't
hours.
feel like nothing.
It was a little sing, a little dance.
It was
you know,
meh.
A little break.
It was meh.
You didn't,
Yeah,
You didn't have fun?
You said it 2 weeks ago on your birthday episode. Like I don't want to reach for things no more. You know what I mean? Osei went on his little. I mean to talk to you actually. This
Really?
fact is India shit because I be talking to him privately about his Twitter.
Yeah.
I know you see it. Do you see what he be his activity?
Yeah, I don't always get it.
I don't love it. But he did say something that's a little bit of truth. He says,
What, the 5'8" woman don't have rights? Oh, my bad. That wasn't on Twitter.
I definitely didn't say that.
Let's walk that back. He's just not dating him.
We'll get to that one. But he said the weekends are for what? What did you say? It is for resting.
The weekends are for recovery.
You know, I really believe that.
Oh, it's so gross coming from you, though.
Oh man, here we go with the hatred.
No, Osei just be saying shit. I agree. I agree. But I don't think that.
This is the same guy that a week ago was probably telling us why, for your career, you need to be outside. Schedule your weekends. Let everyone know where you're going to be at and move around with purpose.
Would you like to know why the tweeter tweeted that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Because the tweeter spent a lot of time inside this weekend. And I have had the most energy that I've ever had in a while.
Are you gonna do it next weekend?
Probably. To be honest, I don't really see a purpose or a reason to be outside unless there's something really meaningful going on. I'm not going out to the deep end. That's a terrible party.
What's meaningful?
Damn.
It is. Meaningful. Well, I am throwing my own party this Thursday, September 19th at Mars Hollywood with Star Girls. It's called Star Power. So show up to that. That's meaningful. All of us are going to be there.
Pop
it's going
out,
to be a
pop
great
out,
time.
you know what I'm
Pop out. That's meaningful. I'm doing my own thing and we're doing our own thing. But like, I'm not going to somebody else's party if I know it's whack. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. There's not a reason to really be doing too much right now. You know, like we said, if it's the homie shit, I'm gonna pop out, stuff like that. But I don't know. Like, I feel like we've done most things, you know. I'm tired, bro. I want to sleep more, to be honest, you know.
I'm with you. And you know that, like, on the birthday episode, that's what I was about. But, like, this was one I was down to go to because I don't think the deep end's super whack. Like, what makes the deep end whack?
What makes a party whack? I don't think we should be super specific.
Okay, well, I was gonna go. Well, let's go in on
This
the
is
deep
general
end, because
stuff, you know?
The deep end used to be a really great party. It started at the Ace Hotel, or at least when I first got to LA, it was at the Ace Hotel. Everybody knew about it. It was like the party to go to on Fridays. Then, unfortunately, the Ace Hotel shut down. They then moved to the Doechii, and now it doesn't seem like they have the same energy, same crowd. And I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a venue. I don't know if it's a crowd. I don't know if it's a music, but it just doesn't feel the same anymore.
I think it's just when things are very repeated. You know what I mean? Like I think doing a weekly party is probably very hard.
Yeah, without a great location. I think
You know
the
what I'm
pull
saying?
for Ace Hotel was the location. Because I think the music, it's the same DJ. You know what I mean?
But-
I think the music is good at the deep end.
But I was gonna say, like, even if it was at the Ace Hotel, like, how often are you going there?
Outside of that venue, I'd go. Yeah, I'd go 2 times a month if that's like our move at
Miles,
most.
I would agree with what you're saying, but every single Friday that joint was jumping. Like it was like you couldn't even get in if you got in line at 11. Now it's completely different.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm saying,
what
like,
I'm saying is like what you're saying is valid, but I'm saying like they didn't build up enough brand equity to move it over to the Doechii.
Yeah.
I just think the draw of the Ace Hotel is how great that location was. Plus, you get great music, and then you go to a super mid location in the Doechii where there's no outdoor area. You know what I mean? Just it just feels like an event space at a hotel, which it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I agree that the space itself isn't great, and I think that lost a lot of the hype in the people. But I'll go for the music, and I like the music.
But doesn't the music even feel samey week to week?
Yeah, but that's just I feel like that's
You
kind of
know, like, I
outside.
don't.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like that's why I'm like.
No, I'm with you.
Do I need to hear the same set list again?
I'm
Is
with
where
you.
I'm at. Shit. Like.
I feel you. I mean, the reason I stayed inside was really because I just came back from New York, which was a lot in itself, and I was pretty out there. And I was like, honestly, there's nothing going on this weekend that I feel pressed to go to. Let me spend the weekend resting and finishing my room. Like my task was to finish the room. And even though it didn't necessarily get finished, I still have one more chair to sell before I would consider the room finished. I cleaned, I did my laundry, I installed shelves. I bought a mount for my TV, which will be installed pretty soon. Like, I feel like overall it was a very productive weekend. I journaled. I started a new gym membership. I did the research to find the gym that I really wanted to go to. Like, I got a lot done. And
He got his Instagram pictures off.
Did I?
In the gym.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got the IG pictures off in the gym for sure. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like when you sleep and when you don't drink and run yourself into the ground every single weekend and you actually think about what you're going to do and move with purpose, it can actually be a really wonderful, productive time.
I agree.
That's
100%.
all I mean. That's all
I agree. 100%.
I fully
I'm
agree
on the same
too.
page as you.
Yeah, I'm fully agree too.
I think that's where I'm trying to start spending my weekends. Make them more beneficial to me in a way that doesn't have to be like detrimental. You know, like I want to like do stuff that, like you said, doesn't make me feel like shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's and like still do the club scene and all this shit like on occasion, but really just like be more selective with when I'm doing that.
Totally.
So yeah, I was inside this weekend too, besides Friday, of course, and it was also good to see like our people. That shout out everyone that came in to LA too.
That's kind of the reason we went out.
Yeah,
that's
that
the,
was
you know
fly.
we needed something to do.
That was fly, but yeah, man, I enjoyed a chill weekend. It's just staying inside. Football has made everything so much better.
Yeah.
Like that has consumed my Sundays completely. Honestly,
Yeah, me too. It's been great.
I love it.
Week
But,
2 a little better than week 1 for me. I don't know. I thoroughly
for
enjoyed
surely.
everything going on today, especially the Arizona Cardinals and
love
their
that.
high octane offense.
Need that. Shout out to Eagles. They play tomorrow, but yeah, I don't know what did we have a light week musically?
I mean, we had Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. I mean, if we want to talk about that, obviously go watch the reaction. Kendrick is back. Kendrick seems to be maybe in album mode.
I mean, I think it's a rollout.
yeah.
Who knows what it is, but shit's been rolling out since before we knew it was rolling out. You know what I mean?
He dropped on Instagram again. It was a 5-minute long 2-hook, like just like bar fest of him kind of trying to dismantle something.
It was a total attack of the industry.
It was an attack of the industry, but also certain people within the industry. You know, I feel like there was people who might get it more than even we get it, you know?
Yeah, I think it was directed mostly at the business people in the industry
Yeah.
and the personalities,
Yeah.
and then also slightly at other rappers
Yes.
that push propaganda.
Yeah.
But mostly the infrastructure of the industry is what I felt like it was addressing.
I mean, me and you kind of talked about it a little bit in our video. I want to hear your thoughts on the song.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I need to dissect it more, and I didn't really understand it. But I didn't love the song, to be honest. I think ever since the Not Like Us video, I've been waiting for that Kamasi Washington song where he's talking about I keep a horn on me like Kamasi. Like,
Yeah.
that song is fire. So when I saw this drop, I was confused because the IG drops remind me of the beef, right? So I'm like, instantly that's where my head goes. I'm like, are we getting another diss track? It seems super random. Then I listened to it, and I think you guys are right. It's talking about the industry. It's talking about propaganda. It's talking about, yo, all this stuff is like really lame. But I just thought the song was kind of boring and unnecessary. I think Kendrick's in a weird place right now where we are in a post-beef era. He already won, right? So I feel like the next song has to be a strong follow-up, and I don't know if this was strong enough for me. I was looking more for maybe not a vibe, but I wasn't looking for this. I felt like this was just, again, unnecessary.
I mean, he's Kendrick though, and I don't think this is an official release. So you have to really factor that into the thing. Like, I think if this was a song on DSPs, maybe I'd get a little bit more where you're going. But I think that he needs to remind people what the message is at the end of the day, what he stands for, how he delivers this. I get that the beef was a thing that happened, but I think he's past that. I think it's time for everyone to move past that and focus on the music and the message that I think is much bigger than whatever just happened with Drake.
But what was I don't know. I just don't feel like there was like a crazy glaring message here. It felt more like it felt like he was just annoyed and just wanted to get his shit off. That's really what it was.
Pissed the fuck off.
Yeah.
He was not annoyed. I think the overbearing message is the industry's fucked up. All this shit is not funny. It's not like cool. Like, everything needs to change.
Yeah.
And it honestly, I think the song is more narrative driven than sonically driven. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's
100%.
more of another piece of this grand story that is post Mr. Morale, Boogeyman, Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? And from that, I got that I don't even know if Drake was the main enemy and target of this whole last year. I think it was really the industry. Yeah. And Drake is the face of everything that Kendrick sees wrong with the whole music scene. I think Kendrick has bigger fish to fry than even Drake personally. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going after the whole shit. And he's saying, we need to start it over, and it starts with me, because that's kind of the message of the song. And also, like you said, it wasn't official. Mm-hmm. And if we look at the only drops that live on his Instagram Reels page, it's 616 in LA and this. Mm-hmm. And this very much so felt like a follow-up to 616, because that was the only one from the beef that didn't get released on DSPs. It was kind of more based around just like a simple loop. And also in the first half of 616, he's talking to God and talking to the industry like he was in this. He was, you know what I mean? And then we get the prayer as the hook in this song.
Yeah.
So to me, it was just a follow-up of that. You know what I mean? And it's like I planted this seed amidst this war with Drake that really wasn't the war. Yeah. That was the warm-up. You know what I mean?
It's awesome, like on like the heart shit.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's not, this isn't a song that's going to be on an album or live anywhere, but I am ready for him to drop, and for him to actually put out something official, and for him to actually elaborate more on these statements. Because I do agree with you. I don't think what he's saying it wasn't specific. You know, it's not like he's like really like, oh my God, like Kendrick revealed something crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I think a lot of the average consumer from the outside looking in could probably tell you most of what this nigga was saying on the track. Not to say it's not a good message, but I don't think it was like this thing that was like, you know. But I think it was necessary, because maybe he's going to get into those subjects more when he does have a full body of work to flesh those ideas out fully. So that's where I'm at with things, you know, like, it's dope to have him outside again. It's dope to see him again. It's dope for him to be contributing commentary to the music industry when it's making so much money, and people like Taylor Swift and Sabrina and Chap, like, so much is happening in the pop space and Billboard and all that shit. I think it's important to have someone like Kendrick kind of checking everything a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, like, niggas were just fighting over a Billboard #1 spot. And I think it's really dope that Kendrick then follows that up like a week later. Like, why are we fighting for this? What are we even like? Who really is benefiting from what we're doing? You know what I mean?
Did he say that specifically?
No.
I just feel like if there were subliminal messages in here, they just went over my head.
No.
Because when I heard the song, I was like, it doesn't feel like he's talking about anything, bro. I think he's just mad.
But you don't think he was talking about what is he mad about?
I think he's talking about the industry. I mean, he referenced the Drake beef. He referenced academics. He was talking about just like how the industry is in disarray.
Yeah.
Overall, but I don't think he went into anything specific. And like, I think what you're saying is really dope about why are we fighting over the number one spot, but I don't want to give him credit for something he didn't say.
I don't think he said that. I'm saying the timeliness of it though.
Mm-hmm.
Right after we just had that whole thing where everyone was talking about such an industry thing like the Billboard number one, a week later, Kendrick drops a song kind of calling things out, just being weird within the industry.
I think also like look at what he does, not what he says.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's coming off the biggest single of his career. He just got announced as the Super Bowl headliner. He arguably has more eyes on him than he's ever had in his entire career. And so what do I do in this moment? Drop a hit single that's gonna go number one? No, I'm gonna continue to push my message and tell y'all what I really believe in and what I stand on. And I'm not even gonna release it on DSPs because I'm calling out specifically, you know, the people at Universal. You know what I mean? I heard a lot of shots there. I think the one bar that was censored, if you look at the rhyme schemes, was directed at a specific power family. You know what I mean? I think he really stood on business in his actions and not just like the song itself.
I think he did it artistically too. There has to be a level of that with him as well.
Mm-hmm.
We can't forget that part of him. You know what I mean? He's an artist. He's not an activist all the way. You know what I mean? Both do go hand in hand, you know, but like he's gonna make it look, you know, he doesn't have to always show his hand. But,
I think maybe where my vision is skewed is that it came right after the Super Bowl announcement, and then the conversation was about should Wayne have gotten it or not, and I saw this as a response to that, which is why I was confused. I was like, I don't even think Kendrick is the type to like address a conversation like that, you know.
I don't think
I was seeing it more as a response to the conversation online and not the way you guys are seeing it, which is just him seeing his visibility in that moment and then using that to continue further his platform. I didn't see it like that.
That's fair. Before, I do want to talk about Wayne, but I want to stay on Kendrick and kind of hear. I've heard a lot of different theories about what he's doing, when this album's going to come out, how everything is going to line up with the Super Bowl. And I was wondering if you guys had any like theories about when the album's dropping or what the rest of this rollout might look like.
Yeah, I have no idea, and I've thought about it a lot. I would think that the best way traditionally to announce an album would be to use your biggest moment, which is the Super Bowl. But I also feel like Kendrick is super non-traditional and maybe wouldn't commercialize that moment like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know, Miles, what do you think in terms of the Super Bowl and like this moment for him?
I don't know, because I think it would be weird because I want him to do the Mr. Morale performance is like done to a T, you know, with his catalog, with what we have now. Yeah. So I think he would know how to perform every song, how to maximize every song. He could do a dope show that not everyone in America has gotten to enjoy. So he could do it up to a higher level, but like keep that same concept. If he were to do so that's why I lean towards maybe he would announce at the Super Bowl, but not drop, or maybe drop it right after the Super Bowl, you know, but not do anything before.
Yeah.
But then I am kind of like, it would be fly for him to do some whole new shit, enter a new era, and do that with a new album that comes out maybe end of the year. You know what I mean? And still give people like 2 months or so to like pick a favorite, like have some songs so when he performs, it's a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Those are the two ways that I think it could go. I lean more towards announcing the album after the Super Bowl 2025 project.
Yeah, so I agree with you, and I think the conversation I've been seeing online is, he's gonna like pull an Usher, you know what I mean, and like the album's out now, really capitalize on the moment and try to have his biggest first week of ever. Yeah. I disagree. I see the album coming sooner. I see it coming in October.
Why October?
Because Grammy cutoff is October 31st, I believe. And Grammys are end of February. Super Bowl's beginning of February. I feel like this is a great runway. Not that he needs it, but with everything being so calculated, I also don't see him waiting 4 months when he's this hot right now.
When did we get Mr. Morale?
2022.
Okay.
In like, I feel like the end of summer.
That makes me feel a little like that could happen.
Dropping in October would be interesting. Because not to bring him back into it, but Drake definitely always drops in October, drops something. Because it's his birthday.
I kind of like the theory that he's dropping on Drake's birthday. Just as another, because also you see when all the diss tracks have come out, everything has been on a holiday. You know what I mean? And Drake dropped that Honestly Nevermind on Kendrick's birthday, right? I'm pretty sure that's true.
Oh wait,
I'm pretty sure that's true.
No,
Someone
no
fact check
way.
me.
Where's my phone?
There was something with
That would be
by
fun.
the diss tracks. You mean like
Kendrick's.
but Kendrick's like the pop out was on Juneteenth, and what else did he drop?
This dropped on 9/11. I don't know.
This dropped on 9/11. There was Juneteenth. There was Cinco de Mayo, or was that just Drake?
No,
That was just
Cinco de Mayo Kendrick dropped, I think. I could be wrong.
these were coming out May, April. Yeah, I thought it was all holidays. I don't think it was actually all holidays.
Oh, bro. Yeah, so Kendrick's birthday is June 17th. Honestly, Nevermind released June 17th.
Yeah, you see what I like? I kind of could see it.
Interesting. I didn't even realize that.
Also, I also didn't realize that Drake was brought into the Renaissance sessions for Beyonce.
Oh yeah, because he did.
Yeah, I didn't see how that could play into this whole thing too. Because now if we want to get into Wayne, the politics of the Super Bowl, Jay-Z, we can talk about it. Because I could see the Carters having a problem with Drake and with his camp after something like that. After dropping a little house album pre-Renaissance. Didn't that come out before Renaissance after Drake had been in those sessions?
So yes, but I think what happened was that it seems like Drake. I don't know. Go ahead. Because I don't think I have a fully formed thought here.
I don't think we should talk about him when we're talking about Wayne right now. To be honest,
Well,
I just don't see him being a factor in that decision.
You don't? Okay.
No. To be honest, I don't think. I think that the conversation around Wayne right now is great because it's beautiful to see people giving him his flowers. But I think this whole thing has just been blown like way out of proportion, and like niggas are misconstruing a lot of shit and just making a big deal, frankly, out of something that has never been a big deal. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter if you're from whatever place the Super Bowl is at. You know what I mean? That's never played a part in who's performing. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's obviously some little things when you want to cater to audiences probably and like regionally. Like just knowing who's going to be at the stadium type shit. Yeah. I think that probably plays a part into things, but Kendrick's like you said, like the hottest right now. He's on a very undeniable run, even without a new project. He has that much music out right now. Like you only could get someone in their prime every so often. Wayne's a GOAT. Wayne still will have the opportunity to do a Super Bowl performance. I think Wayne is one of the greatest artists that we have ever had the opportunity to see. But the way that people are kind of like making this a whole thing, and it sucked to even see Wayne kind of like play into it a little bit with the video.
That was the worst part.
But yeah, man, I don't really get why this is a whole conversation. I hate that this is a thing.
Two thoughts. Since we're talking about the video, I thought that was the weirdest thing. Top 5 weirdest things I've ever seen him do.
Yeah, bro.
Honest. Definitely the most unplayer thing I've ever seen him do.
That's not how you move as a superstar.
It was also like, who gassed him up to film that, and who filmed that and was like, oh yeah, we're gonna post this? Because he was hunched over, he was looking sad, and then he was like, obviously shouted out his fans and supporters, but he just looked a mess, bro. It was really embarrassing, honestly.
Well, I think a lot of this stems from his management situation right now, because he fired all the people that we have known to be associated with Wayne pretty recently because there was some bad business or whatever, and he brought his longtime engineer, I forget his name, on as his like full-time manager. And I think there was many problems with the way that a superstar is managed. Because first of all, you manage expectations as an artist manager in this situation. You don't let your superstar believe they're without a doubt, without any work, going to just get this thing because you're Lil Wayne and you're the best to ever do it. You know what I mean? And second of all, I don't know if the manager was putting him in the right conversations if he didn't get this. You know what I mean? It's not like this is something that just falls into your lap. You know, I don't want to assume he wasn't doing his job, but also there's nothing here that makes me think that Wayne was handled like a superstar should be.
I mean, I don't know if it's that deep. I hated to see it just because I don't like to see Wayne sad. You know what I mean? But I don't think it's like this thing we gotta like. It's not a big deal. Like, I think that he was just being honest. I think it was a moment that hurt him a lot. I think that like Wayne does, like, New Orleans probably meant something to him, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he probably just really, really had his heart set on doing this. And I think that is cool to kind of, because I never even really associate Wayne with New Orleans that much, you know? So it was just interesting for me to see that, because I don't know how many people would act. And I do think the LA thing a couple of years ago kind of fucked things up. You know, how like LA, when the Super Bowl was in LA, all the LA legends popped out.
Yeah.
Like, I think now people kind of like, especially in the rap community and hip hop, kind of probably want that respect. But yeah, it's bigger than that, I guess, in this situation.
Wait, but let me ask you a question, because really, real question. When was the last time that a hip hop artist performed at the Super Bowl solo?
Yeah. I don't know.
First, hip hop doesn't really drive ticket sales like, you know, like a pop star would, like a Rihanna, or I guess Usher. We could even maybe put him in that category, even though he's R&B. Like, I don't think that, even though we want to celebrate hip hop and we want to put in those spaces, bro, when Dr. Dre performed at the Super Bowl, it was him, Mary J. Blige, Eminem, 50 Cent. It was mad people.
It was a whole production.
Wayne is not doing that stage by himself. It's just, there's no world in where he's doing that shit by himself.
I mean, he brings out Nicki, he brings out Drake. It's Young Money.
Exactly. If you make it a Hot Boys thing, if you make it a Cash Money thing, then yes.
Well, I don't know.
You don't need the Wayne. The respect to the Hot Boys. Wayne
no,
because
have you seen the interview?
No, bro. I think he I mean, just for the sentiment. No. You don't think he would?
An interviewer point blank asked him that in the last year, if you're bringing out blah, 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 blah at a moment like this, at the halftime show. And he said, no, this is my moment. I'm not bringing no one out. He said that within the last year in an interview.
That's fly.
You can put the clip in.
I think Wayne, and not for nothing, like I'll do it for the argument. I think Wayne could do it.
Wayne could totally do it.
I think Wayne could do it solo for sure.
Wayne could totally do it.
I think Wayne is one of the few rappers that could.
Kendrick
just because he's like that big.
Yeah.
Like, people who don't know rap know Lil Wayne. He's in that, like, that name is that. He's the like, I don't know, like, niggas in like overseas know Wayne, you know?
Wayne could do it. Kendrick was the right choice.
Yes.
Kendrick was the right choice. He just came off the highest selling hip hop tour ever. You know what I mean? We have clear evidence when you're pitching to a board. You know what I mean? You have to think about it like that. You show them the Amazon performance.
It's bad
overseas.
timing. It's bad
you know what
timing.
You show them the Amazon performance of the Mr. Morale tour and how great Kendrick is on stage. And like, I don't know. Did you guys see what the dude from the Grammys was tweeting at Wayne?
What?
The music supervisor from the Grammys was when this conversation was going on, was like, oh, like, we had Lil Wayne like perform at the Grammys like 2 years ago, and he was hands down one of the worst people to work with. You know what I mean? Didn't show up to any rehearsals. Showed up right before the set. Came in, came out. I didn't even get to meet him. You know what I mean? And it's like, the people that are really making these plays at this level, the highest level, it's such a small group of people. So any kind of reputation, bro, is damning in a situation like this.
I think that if it just was any other situation, like, I think it's just unfortunate bad timing that it is in New Orleans this year. I think that this is not even a conversation if Kendrick does it this year and it's in fucking Atlanta or whatever, and then Wayne gets New Orleans when it comes through. Because I do think that probably would have happened. You know? I think it just like fell in the wrong place for Wayne. It's an unfortunate situation. But hopefully he gets the opportunity to do it again. I don't know if he will. I think this kind of felt like a perfect storm that maybe missed, but we don't know. We'll see. I hope the best for him. Has it been in Atlanta?
Super Bowl? I don't know.
Because saying that made me think, who would do Atlanta?
But you said it don't matter where you're from.
But
I don't know, bro. I do think it's a little deeper, and I do think politics came into play, and I think they will come into play. I think there's no way Wayne comes out at halftime.
I think he would.
You think he would?
I think it's hip hop, bro. I think that's why I like don't hate the crying video, because I think that was just raw emotion in the moment, but I don't think it was on no hater shit. Like, I think that Wayne knows Kendrick because Kendrick has always showed love to Wayne. I think that's the point that no one can forget. So I think that Kendrick, knowing the moment, even without all of this happening, would have probably brought out Wayne. Honestly.
But there's no chance Wayne touches that stage.
Why?
Because then him and Drake is blown up forever. And Wayne is loyal.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
I don't think Wayne cares. Wayne
Wayne
objectively, like, I don't think he cares about stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like that, and I feel like it's bigger than that.
He does care.
I feel like it's bigger than that.
Also, the Super Bowl was in Atlanta in 2019, and I remember that because 21 Savage and Nudie got arrested around that time.
I wonder who. Yeah, I want Future to come out. That would never happen. Future Super Bowl performance.
Future could come out this year. I put that on my bingo card before Wayne coming out.
If Future came out this year, that would be insane.
I think he's on the short list that I could see coming out.
I don't think they do. I want them to do like that. I would love for them to do like that, but I don't know.
Oh, I liked your comment about doing a band rendition of Not Like Us.
Yeah, something that's just a little bit less, I don't know. Like, the song doesn't really need to be performed like that. You know, he's got to switch it up. He's got to make it a small moment, but not the main course. You know what I'm saying? And I think a band would be super dope.
I think so too.
You don't think he makes it the main course?
I don't think so, bro.
He definitely goes and gets a Louisiana marching band from one of those schools out there.
That's a layup.
Yeah.
That's
and
a fucking layup.
I don't even think he needs to rap the words.
That's what
I think
I'm
you
saying.
just let him play it.
I was more, and I made that point more about the words because, like, I mean, how much of that song can you even really perform on a stage like that?
I mean, he did it on Amazon.
Yeah, but it's Amazon. He was allowed to curse and he's allowed to do a bunch of shit on
This
that.
is true.
This is true.
I think we're forgetting this the factors at play at the Super Bowl, like the big money, the number one ad revenue generating event of the entire year, the CEOs of the corporations, BlackRock. You know what I mean? Like, you got like the biggest of the, like, this is way bigger than anything else. You know what I mean? And I do think politics play a huge role in all of this.
Yeah. I wonder what he's gonna be, what he's gonna do, what songs he's gonna perform.
I can't wait to see it.
It's gonna be an amazing performance. I hope he does Money Trees.
I think he will. I really want Money Trees.
But besides that, okay, is there anything else happening in new music that we missed? Any albums, any singles, anything that we need to talk about on that front?
I mean, did you guys get a chance to listen to the Babyface Ray album?
No.
I listened to the first half.
Good?
I was very passively listening to it, so I honestly can't comment.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what came out this week. I'm checking right now.
I mean, what do we listen to?
I couldn't tell you.
It was The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
And Playboi Carti.
Okay, but
let's talk about Cardi.
Yeah, Playboi
Oh yeah,
Carti,
we're stupid. We're stupid.
All
Cardi
red.
dropped All Red.
Yeah.
And I guess there's a lot of things happening now around it, but this was the first official release on DSPs of this new Cardi era, which I think marks that something is coming soon. He dropped the pre-order for everything. It's kind of vague when everything's gonna come, when the music is coming. I don't think anyone really knows anything. But how do we feel about the song after a couple of days?
It's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's not as strong as the stuff he was dropping in January. Mm-hmm. The IG only drops. I think it would probably be maybe my least favorite out of that whole batch. Mm-hmm. You said it in the reaction, and the more I listen to it, the more I can't avoid but hear Future. Mm-hmm. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but Cardi's been such a trendsetter, been his own artist for so long that personally, I don't like you sounding that close to someone else. But the song was good, bro. Filthy is incredible. I still am gonna play the song. I still enjoy the song. But yeah, I could have I had wanted a little more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. They'll probably market it like this, but to me, it probably won't even be on the album. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I've seen a trend the past few years of like artists dropping on their birthday, and I think Cardi just wanted to stir the pot, drop on his birthday. They did the album pre-order, get everyone excited. We still don't have a date yet. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't necessarily. I know everyone feels like this is a rollout, and it kind of feels like one a little bit just because Cardi's super active on socials and he's doing all these different things and like calling out all these different people, stirring the pot on the internet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like there's a real plan yet.
I mean, it feels like there's a plan because there's an album title. and there is a sound.
And an album cover.
But we've had an album title the whole year.
But we have a cover.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why it feels like this is all a rollout. On some Kanye shit. Like when Kanye does his rollouts for a fucking year or whatever. Like we knew Donda. We knew Utopia was coming out for how many years before it dropped, you know? Like I think this is a thing that rappers do because they have probably, I think Cardi probably has 75% of the album done probably. Like it's getting there, you know? And I think that there is an album that's going to be released at some point in 2024. I do think that.
Yeah.
Probably at the back end of the year, just to like kind of, you know, do what he did with a whole lot of Red. But in regards just to this new song, I'm probably not gonna listen to it like that, just cause like just like full transparency. I'm not gonna. I don't like what he's saying for real, you know. But it sounds great.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think I love Cardi's new era musically. He sounds fucking crazy. It sounds like Future, but like you said, it's probably not going to be on the album. So just hearing new Cardi music over like whatever type of production he's been going on is like, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's exciting. But yeah, I don't think anything much of this single for real.
Yeah. And it's interesting. I think he's in a place where he can't really miss, bro. Like, I'm not saying like with the music necessarily, because I know we just talked about the single isn't that good, but I think with the album, like it's really his to lose.
Yeah.
Like, he could, you know, I don't know if we would necessarily consider it our album of the year, but he could have album of the year in terms of just like cultural impact. If it does the same thing as whole lot of Red, or if it does more, bro, like that just puts him in a completely different conversation of 4 classic albums.
Yeah, he's one of the GOATs.
So it's like,
I think Cardi's currently one of the GOATs with 3.
Yeah, again, it's really his to lose. Like, I don't really see anything he could do that would knock him off his pivot like that. I just think he needs to drop the project.
100%. I don't think Cardi is one of the most rare artists we've really encountered in a very, very long time. I think that he takes his music extremely, extremely seriously. I think he lives his raps. I think he embodies a lot of the stuff that he talks about. And I think to do that, you do have to be like fully immersed in the process and living the life and like not rushing kind of perfection. You know what I mean? You know when something's done. I feel like as an artist, and I think Cardi isn't trying to like do anything to please anybody. He'll know when he's ready to put the album to rest and like put it out for people. You know what I mean? So I'm excited at this point. He's got us. Like there's no faking. You know, when Cardi drops, when Cardi speaks, when Cardi posts, when he does anything, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah.
We're all gonna talk about it. We're gonna sit here and talk about it like he got it right now. And I don't mind saying it, honestly, because I like that someone who makes it more about music than celebrity is the one that's moving culture like that. That's cool to me. But yeah, just drop the fucking album, bro.
Yeah, bro. He's got the people excited. He's got other artists excited. Lucky specifically.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. I think y'all have misconstrued this completely. Cause you know that, so those are old, that's old shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then you seen how he was saying the same shit to Lucky.
What?
All the super nice shit.
Yeah. He didn't really show it, but you could see a couple blue messages that are like the same thing. Like,
yeah, and then Lucky posted what Cardi said.
oh, I didn't see that either.
Yeah. Lucky posted all Cardi's messages on the same shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So was Cardi deleting messages and putting screenshots?
It's the same thing. Like they have a friendship. So they just spoke like that to each other.
That looks crazy.
And we're just
I don't care if
but there was definitely are you saying like
it looks
really
crazy, bro.
No,
Yeah.
but he
I had to go buy the car because of your video, twin. Love. You really inspire me, twin.
Yeah.
Is that really that? Okay, like that's what I was gonna say. Is that really crazy?
No.
To not get a reply, yeah. To continue to do it and not get even a double tap on the message, yeah.
The way that
crazy.
the way that Cardi screenshotted it and put it on his story purposefully made it look crazy.
Yeah,
He did that on purpose because he knows that that's just the way that they're talking to each other. And if Lucky posts the screenshot, then like, yeah, like obviously it's a back and forth.
Yeah.
But I do think there's something going on between Lucky and like Lonely and like that camp. And I think Cardi is egging that on right now.
Well, I also think that, so I think the thing was that Lucky posted something after Cardi's drop. I think he posted something about like he had just got a Jesus piece. or like something, and he was like saying something like that, and then Carti had just had the song that was upside down cross.
Yeah.
So he thought Lucky was sneak dissing him, and then Lucky goes on his like Instagram and is like, "Yo, bro, like you're just being insecure because you don't love Jesus like I love Jesus, bro. Like I'm not talking about you. Like I'm not really worried about this right now."
Yeah.
And so like he does his little back and forth, and he was tweeting shit too, as well as posting on Instagram. But I think it was honestly just a misunderstanding of niggas, and like I think they're close, which is why niggas were probably hurt.
Lucky seemed irritated.
But it also seemed like Carti was. When have you ever seen Carti post like that?
Yeah.
Carti posted a ton of stories like sneak dissing.
Yeah.
Like I think that's his real friend, so I think he probably felt away too.
I think he's also just in album rollout mode, and anything that he knows is gonna egg people on, he's just gonna do.
But I think we give these niggas too much credit. I think niggas is dramatic. I think niggas is really dramatic.
You're acting like Carti posts though. He never posts.
Exactly, and I think he was really mad, so he was posting.
Right, but it's also part of a rollout.
Yes, I see what you're saying. New song just dropped. I'ma be in the mix. But
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm not. I think niggas was that felt like that felt like some in your feelings post a little bit to me.
Probably,
Once again, I do not know these niggas. Carti, don't hate.
I have a question about the all red situation. Do you guys felt like you heard more, like there was more buzz generated from the Carti single or the Kendrick Instagram single?
Carti,
Really?
for sure.
On the internet, Carti.
For sure.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Yeah.
It must have missed my timeline because I wasn't seeing it like that this time.
All the little streamers were wild into it. That was a thing.
I didn't feel the impact like I did when he was doing the other stuff. And this was like the first official release. Maybe it's because I didn't think people liked the song as much. I don't know. Am I crazy?
I mean, maybe your algorithm is just different.
I think it's a little bit more divisive of a song.
Yeah.
Just from a subject matter standpoint. And I think that naturally is going to maybe just dim the light a little bit. But I think that everyone still really liked it. I think his fans were into it. And I think not for nothing, like not having a visual is a thing too.
Yeah.
I think a visual always helps. And it being on social media. Like when you package it on social media, that makes it way easier for people to share on their story and shit like that. And like, there's people who just do shit for the aesthetic. So niggas ain't even listen to it, but they'll post it on their story just so they look like they part of what's happening. Or like just comment shit, like get it buzzing.
Yeah. I didn't see none of that. That's why
But that's what I'm saying, because there was no Instagram post to do that.
Oh, okay.
Like before he had posted to his Instagram, so people could repost shit.
Yeah.
It was already living on
That's
social
true.
media, so social media could blow it up. This was just DSPs.
It is a super aggressive song too. Now that I think about it.
Yeah. Like I'm not, I'm dead ass. I like Carti. You seen how I was talking about Carti. I'm not playing that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just because like I don't fuck with like that messaging. But
You don't even want to say it, do you?
no, I mean like what I mean, because I'm not gonna put that on him because I think that he's a young person who is trying to express himself through. I mean, I don't think he's like. I'm not gonna put like no negativity or like he's like this really evil person on him. I think that it's just like a immature message, and I think that I don't think he means. Yeah, this is doing too much for me personally. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
And you know where I fall. But
Yeah,
like, I don't even like hearing that. Like,
you know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just not for me, bro.
Personally.
And I think that it's just and like that's the weird shit.
Personally, I like my witchcraft with some subtlety.
Like
You know what I mean? Like sneak that shit in the
like
soup,
that's
bro. Don't
crazy,
like, give it
bro.
to me as the entree.
Yeah, I'm just not doing that shit, bro.
Yeah.
And like it is crazy that like Kendrick says what he says, and like it's just like like I feel like that's crazy to be a song that's being pushed and promoted to people. But yeah, my bad. I don't. Yeah. I mean, I'm not apologizing for it because I will stand on that. But
Yeah, upside down cross, upside
That's
down cross,
crazy.
upside down cross.
Yeah, like, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Also, we just blew through Kendrick without talking about his appearance at the last UFC event.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah, no. The more I think about it, though, that had to be on purpose, bro.
No, it was
I
not.
think so, too.
I think it was too.
I think it was on purpose.
Bro, it was too specific. It was too specific of a reference
Yeah.
for it to have been an accident.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's so specific.
Do you know these people?
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying, what is the line? Something about I'm Terrence Crawford, I'm whooping feet.
Yeah.
Bro, that is way too specific for that to have been an accident, bro. And I know you think it's just some like racism, but like, which is what I thought too, but I think somebody was trolling.
But I don't think their audience, trolling, but like.
Yeah, but they knew the internet was going to get it.
Yeah.
That's a digital marketing play.
Yeah.
That's
I
literally
think,
just
yeah.
getting buzz. And then Dana had to go out himself. That was the racism. Did you see what he said afterwards?
What did he say?
Dana White got on the press conference and he's like, yeah, that was really bad. Let's not get it twisted, though. He does kind of look like Kendrick Lamar.
I don't know. That didn't feel intentional, but hey, maybe.
All right, bro. It's too specific.
It's so
the more
specific.
you think about it, the more it's like, how could that have been an accident? And if it was, why Kendrick Lamar? There's so many other people that they could have mistaken him for.
You know who's going to be at the event. You have the guest. You have the celebrity A-list as a broadcast, and you have all the names written out, ready to show them on screen. I don't know.
I also feel like as a
UFC
fighter,
did a funny thing.
Yeah,
I think they did a funny thing.
I think that's the only thing that would make sense too, because of the in the UFC community, you would know Terrence Crawford.
Yeah,
that's a fighter.
Yeah,
that feels like someone who they would know who the fuck it is because they're naming all the other obscure fighters in the crowd. You know.
Yes.
So I would hope that they would know Terrence Crawford,
and they would know Kendrick Lamar is not going to be in the arena tonight. He's
Either
never
way.
been at UFC. He doesn't come to shit. You don't even have him on your 10-page list of people that might be there.
That was an amazing Euphoria reference.
but either way,
so
I don't think it's funny, bro.
Why?
Look at the crowd, bro. Look at the people that watch UFC.
So
is that the people that you want to make the all black people look the same joke to?
You're mad that I see why you're mad, but I think if you're an actual fan of like hip hop, like that shit is hilarious.
I promise I'm an actual fan of hip hop. I promise you I am.
But I'm saying you're thinking about it too much on some like, oh, what are these white people over here thing? I'm like, bro, that is an amazing joke. Like bro, there's layers to that shit, bro. Like,
what are the layers?
Bro, it's a bar on Euphoria.
But what do they say? I see what you're saying, but okay, my bad. I'll take my kufi off. I'll put it in my pocket. I'm not gonna do it. I don't need to do it. You got it.
When I first saw it, I felt the same way. But now that I think about it, that shit is mad funny.
You got it, gang. You got it, gang. Shout out Kendrick. Shout out Terrence Crawford. What else happened?
I mean, you came on this platform a couple weeks ago and said Instagram Live was the worst thing to ever happen to people.
To black people.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wasn't gonna get clipped up. I wasn't gonna get clipped up like that. You said what you said. But yeah, I mean, we have more Instagram Live shit going on.
Who went live?
Should we get to it?
Oh. Yeah. Shannon Sharpe went live. Why is it all? But you know what I mean? It's always us, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Like, this is crazy.
Yo, freaky ass.
Yo, Shannon Sharpe was
Freaky
fucking on
ass
Instagram
nigga.
Live, bro.
Yeah.
Why? How?
You know, I've thought about this a lot. And I think by this time the news is, it's been a couple days. Like, people have said this, but it is very difficult to go on Instagram Live.
It's so hard to go on Instagram Live.
Yeah, it's hard to go live. I don't know how this happened. I don't think it was on purpose, but I do question how this happened.
How did he get on Instagram Live? How did he do that?
There are some theories.
Oh.
I've heard a number of different theories.
What are your theories?
I mean, I think the theory I've heard the most is that there was some like, yo, Unk's a little zesty going around amongst the internet. People were saying that, and I think maybe it was Shannon did it on purpose to dismiss rumors and to uphold his personal brand. I heard Dr. Umar get on his platform and say, I hope to God the Snow Bunny didn't hit the Instagram Live while you were going to pop in your Viagra.
Oh.
I've heard that. And then we see him throwing that little pill around on his podcast. And it was really quick for him to get a brand endorsement deal.
I think that.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Because how the fuck are you going to get an endorsement deal that fast?
I think that while it is funny to think that he may have purposefully gone live or maybe somebody else did, I definitely think it's not worth risking your career to do something like that for an ad.
I think that was a brand deal.
Yeah.
That he definitely asked ESPN about before he did. Like, he was like, hey guys, are you cool with this? And they were probably like, yeah.
I disagree, but it is whatever. I'm 2v1 right now.
I mean,
2v1. You think so? You think this nigga was really just like what?
I think while it is difficult to go on Instagram Live,
It's impossible to go on Instagram Live on accident.
it's not.
How would you accidentally go live?
Let's check out the steps now.
You know, like you gotta like.
but
walk
also
me
he
through
had
that.
said he had never gone live before, which means when you go, don't you have to allow microphone, allow camera, right?
So I mean, you know what he could have been doing? He could have maybe been doing a little story post on the close friends. Oh wait, but then switch account. No, on the close friends, and then it's just 2 tabs away. Let's go live right now. See?
Yeah.
See?
So I mean, like, you know, that is an interesting theory. Maybe he was filming.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get.
In
Maybe-
the Instagram app.
Yes,
Maybe he likes it because, like, personally, whenever
Yes.
I'm gonna film,
we get into it.
whenever I'm gonna film some shit, I go to Snapchat. You know, because it's just like I like the interface, and it's like it doesn't go on my camera roll. So like I'm gonna go to Snapchat, and so maybe he filmed in the Instagram app because that's his platform of choice where he stores his stuff or whatever.
Wow.
And maybe, you know, his hands were all wet and shit, and he tries to cut the video off, and you know,
I'm cutting all this out.
We just got mad intimate,
Yeah,
bro.
bro,
But
we-
you know,
this is real. This
no,
is real.
but I like that you went there because that's real, bro.
Yeah.
Hit the Snapchat.
Do y'all ever be filming yourself?
Nah, I don't. I'm too scared.
Nah.
Because like,
I don't need that on my phone.
My whole thing is like, I think it's just trust. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want anything leaked ever. Like, that would suck. You know?
That's why you do it on your phone.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like,
What if someone hacks your iCloud or something?
Yeah, I don't
like-
trust it. I don't trust. And like, yeah,
God forbid.
I know that's me being what's the word? It's not pure. What's the word?
Smart. Yeah.
No,
Intelligent.
There's another word. It starts with a P. I can't remember.
Prude?
Oh yeah, that's me being prude. But like, I just don't like doing that.
Yeah, that's
stuff.
not my bag. That's not my bag.
I don't because I always think it's gonna get leaked. So I don't do that.
But like, you don't like to like the. All right. Well, you guys. Okay.
No, go ahead, bro. While we're on the mic, say it. Go ahead. Express yourself.
I just
I'm
feel
expressing
like.
with my foot.
I mean, maybe this is more. Maybe you'll get this more.
Okay.
As being in someone in a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know. You always look for different shit to do. Ways to keep it interesting. I don't know. When I know there's a little camera on me, you know, it might change the way I perform a little bit, you know? I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch this back like game film. And then you can also improve. That's another thing. You can also watch the game film back and be like, oh, right here at, you know, 2 minutes, 50 seconds, I should have gone here. You know what I mean? You can get the marker out and draw on the whiteboard and be like, all right, next time, this is the move. You know, it's like just getting better at what you do.
Oh, you know what you should do? You should set up cameras. Oh no, that just gave me a crazy idea, bro. we got cameras all on us right now. This man got 3 cameras. Freaky ass nigga, bro.
Yeah, that's why I'm so glad you let me keep this camera in
Oh,
here. Nah.
You know, that's wild. That's
Yo,
wild.
it's probably getting busy in the stew.
I hate this conversation.
In your chair.
I mean, we wouldn't do it in one of these.
Yeah,
I
can't.
hate
It's not
this
big enough.
conversation. I don't know how much of this is gonna actually make it on.
Nah,
This is
good
why we
chat.
need a Patreon.
Did you guys have a favorite part of the Shannon Sharpe audio?
I didn't watch it. That's what I'm saying. I
It
couldn't.
all
do-
kind
I,
of sounded the same.
I
though.
couldn't get more than like 3 seconds
why was
in.
he
And like,
whispering?
why am I hearing this?
I felt like he was whispering. I feel like he wasn't being, you know, like sometimes I get a little loud, but he was whispering. He was getting a little quiet.
Well, he was growling at one point.
Oh man, I didn't watch it. I don't think I watched the whole thing.
No?
I couldn't do it.
I had to for the pod. You know, like we're here to talk about it, so I wanted to dissect it.
Right.
I knew
Another
you
thing-
would. Oh, trust me. I trusted you. I knew you would.
Somebody had to. Another thing is like she was calling him Papa. And to me, that really struck me too. Because even like daddy is like strange to me.
Right.
Like I don't love that. But like to go a step up and be called like
Papa.
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 Like, do you think that hits if you're Shannon's age? Do you think you
Papa.
want to be called like Papa?
Granddad.
Yeah, I'm confused. It is what people call their granddad, so I'm a little confused by that. But you know,
Oh, say
It's not-
what's the craziest thing you've been called?
craziest thing.
Yeah, like something that you were like you had to like stop and be like, wait,
Damn, I don't think I have one, to be honest.
no.
I'm trying to think.
Have you been called something crazy? I don't think that's a. You ask bad questions. You ask bad fucking questions.
I mean, like, what?
That was crazy.
I thought it was so really funny. No, you never been called nothing crazy. You ever been called like daddy and shit?
I mean, yeah, but like,
You like that shit?
That's like common.
Yo, what is happening, bro? I don't want to do. No.
Why? That's
a crazy sentence that you just said. That's a crazy sentence that you just said, bro.
I'm just wondering.
No, but you can't say that again.
That's like,
Why not?
That's like commonplace though. I feel like that's like the.
I'm gonna send you that clip. I'm gonna send you that clip of you.
You've
tell
been
me.
called daddy, but you never been called papa.
Oh my god.
Have you ever gotten poppy?
I'm just glad. I don't know.
Nah.
I'm just glad I've never been called anything racist, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's really where my mind went, because you know some of these people out here be living out wild fantasies, bro. And I've heard stories, bro. I'm just glad I've never been called anything racist.
R.I.P. Rich homie Quan and Frankie Beverly, two legends that passed away.
Felt like bad timing.
Most
but
recently,
bro. That's terrible timing, bro.
Well, I'm cutting.
It's
a
almost
lot
like
of that
disrespectful.
conversation out. We don't got to keep all that.
Yeah, we got freaky.
You guys got too in.
I was kind of getting into it though.
That's where we get the views.
Yeah,
You got into the.
we not. Yo, pause, nigga.
That's a pause. That's a pause.
That felt like great content.
No,
to
it
me.
was. We were riffing. It was great, bro. It was great. We need that Patreon, low key.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, on the Patreon, we could give all that. That's cool. This for YouTube.
Anything else about Shannon Sharpe?
No.
You know, one of my favorite things to come out of this?
What?
I don't know if y'all have seen the trend online, but it's where like someone's like, yo, my favorite part of the Shannon Sharpe audio was, and then just insert something that didn't happen. Have you guys seen any of those?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Niggas work fast, bro.
I seen one. It was like, my favorite part of the Shannon Sharpe audio was he told Michelle that she was a wall and he was the Kool-Aid man, and then just went, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yo, I hate the internet.
There's been some good memes that have come out of
I
it.
hate the
That's
internet.
really crazy.
I hate the internet.
It's really crazy.
Okay, now we're serious. R.I.P. Rich homie Quan and Frankie Beverly, two legends in the game that passed away this past week. Very, very unfortunate. I think that especially with Rich homie Quan, with all the Young Thug shit that's been going on, just kind of someone who was really, really a pioneer of that sound. Someone who put Atlanta at the forefront of hip hop music at the new age. I mean, shit. We were outside and we heard the songs that he put out in his prime. I think that Quan just meant a lot to us. So R.I.P. him. And then Frankie Beverly, just an OG. You know what I mean? I think he's been around for weddings, cookouts, every black family event ever. Yeah, a staple in the game. I hope they hit all condolences to all the families. I think. But yeah, I mean, I think we all have some great memories with both of their music.
Yeah, the Rich homie Quan news was really tragic.
Yeah.
You know, kind of really out of the blue. Yeah, and you said it, just a real pioneer, somebody that was super instrumental in one of the biggest hip hop movements of my life. You know, that was really hard news to hear. The Frankie Beverly, you know, he lived a great life. Mm-hmm. It's a little easier to see a legend go in their old age gracefully. Yeah. You know what I mean? But still super sad. You know, I got the privilege to see him perform in New Orleans before even really being familiar with the legend that he was, and you could feel it in the crowd, on the stage. Like, I knew I was watching something special without even understanding the cultural magnitude of it. You know?
Yeah. Shit. I'm excited to continue to obviously listen to both of their music for a very long time, but I do love that in these moments people do. Oh, shit, that shit died, but we can keep talking to this. I love in these moments that people do go back to the music and really do appreciate it even more. I think that that's a beautiful thing, that they put out their work to the world, at least, you know what I mean? They never have to live with those regrets, or their family doesn't. Like, this is something that's always going to be bumped, always going to be played. His kids will walk around one day and get to hear that, you know what I mean? So I think that's a great thing. I loved how, especially in football too, everyone was hitting the Quan celebration after their touchdowns and shit like that. So, I mean, seriously, shout out to both of them legends.
I'm like really confused on that part though. Like, Hit the Quan isn't Rich homie Quan.
Not the song, but that's his dance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Someone also said Hit the Quan, and I was like, bro, like what are we talking
about? No, yeah. He did that. You seen the video of him doing it on stage?
Maybe I haven't seen it.
You've seen it. You say what? No, you know the video I'm talking about, right?
Pull it up.
The dance? What? You guys have never seen the dance?
So the song is after him hitting the dance.
Yeah.
What is the Quan dance? I actually don't know. Yeah, no, it's sad too because when we were talking about days before earlier, a few weeks earlier, we talked about like Mamacita, and I was like, that's like one of my favorite verses on that song. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously I just feel like Rich Homie, like what year was that, bro? That was like 2015, 14?
2014, 2015.
Where he was just coming with hit after hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like from him, I like these were big songs, but I think like Walk Through
That's my
and like
favorite.
Blah 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 like are some of my favorite songs. Obviously like Type of Way
Flex.
and Flex. Obviously those are the hits.
Yeah.
But like Walk Through was just a little bit more like, I don't know, that shit made you feel good.
Walk
you know
Through
what I'm
is my
saying?
favorite
Like I be
Quan
feeling like
song.
the man when I walk through. Like
Yeah.
that's I don't know, bro. That made me feel a little bit different, like just in that era. So shout out to him, bro. I think Frankie Beverly for me, I didn't really know him and his music like that before he passed. And then I realized I'd heard all the songs at barbecues and family gatherings and shit.
Yeah.
Like before I let go. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, but I never really drew the association.
Yeah.
So
Frankie different. That's some smooth shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
That song is some very that song specifically just some feel good stuff, bro. So yeah, we're gonna continue to play their music all the time. Shout out to both of them, condolences to the families, all that, wishing them the best. Is there anything else we need to get into?
I feel like there was a lot of topics today.
There was some quick hitters.
Lots.
There
of
was some
topics.
quick hitters. We could get into some of them. Doechii did her appearance on the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah, that was a great interview.
I mean, I didn't get to finish it, so obviously I'll let you kind of take the floor on that. But I mean, I love that Joe provides that space to artists always.
Yeah.
I think that that's one of the best platforms for if you could talk, you could spar a little bit, if you can go, and if you want to talk about more than just like album runny stuff a little bit, you know, like you could chime in on some lifestyle topics at the beginning and end and shit like that. But yeah, it was cool to see her.
I mean, I like who they choose to bring up there. Because I feel like when you get brought onto that platform, it speaks to not only your music, but like the kind of person you are and how you move within the industry. Because Joe is very open about, yeah, you might have slaps, but I don't want to talk to just everybody. You know what I mean? You have to be like good people. I have to rock with the way you move and like he's very picky of who he lets come onto that platform. So I love that he picked her because that's absolutely the right person. But I think my favorite part of the interview was they basically asked for your debut album, since this is a mixtape, the Alligator Bites Never Heal. That's how they're branding it. For your debut album, do you feel entitled to, or do you feel like you're going to reach for a Kendrick Lamar feature? That was the question.
Yeah.
And basically she was like, no. She was like, I don't think I'm ready. You know, to be honest, I don't think I have the song that is ready for that. And even if I did, you know, it's not something that I'm big enough for yet. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was great perspective and showing an artist understanding her own development, because you don't jump that fast. We saw move four bats and we debated the hell out of if that was the right move. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But she realizes even with this really good body of work that is being talked about very highly all through the internet on all the different spaces, will end up on lots of year-end lists. She understands that she's not ready for that moment yet. That's something you have to build towards for years and years. You know what I mean? And I think that humility like really just made me believe in her more than I already did.
I don't necessarily agree. I love the part about not having the right song.
Yeah.
Because I think above all else, you need a sonic fit. Like you want that song to be a slap. You don't just want it to be like a whatever forgettable song. So I think that that's beautiful that she's focused on that. I don't think when you get the feature matters if the song sounds great. You know, I do think that there's that thing where, oh my God, you don't want the song to be bigger than you. But I think that if you're in Doechii's position, if a song blows up and is a Billboard song, we've seen it with her actually, I don't think like the artistry will still come because she has slap, she has music that'll, you know what I mean, be able to follow that up. But that whole artist development thing, that whole being patient, being picky, being self-critical is, I think, so necessary in being a superstar. you have to be, I think, harder on yourself to be a great artist than like even critics are. You know what I mean? You have to be like, no, this song is not good enough. It's fine. It's good. It might even be great, but it's not perfect. It's not as good as it could be. It's not up to the caliber of like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that I even see it now, like, as I'm like, you know what I mean? Like sending out like beat packs and shit like that and like pitching songs and things like that. It's like, if I have 30 songs, if I even have 10 beats, whatever, you know what I mean? I'm going to find what's the best one and what doesn't sound weird standing next to it. You know what I mean? And if it does sound weird, it's not getting cut. Even if that means there's only 3 things that I'm sending out. Yeah. Because I know they're all great. Yeah. And I'll stand on them. You know? And I think that that's what it takes, that kind of repetition. Like, because eventually you'll get 18 of them. And that's how you get the body of work. You know, the great album, da-da-da. So it was dope to hear that from her.
Because, I mean, it's just such a good case study, I feel like, if you're an artist, to look at her career. Because I think for years we were like, where is she? What is she doing? We need music. You had this song with SZA that went super huge. This Kodak song was a hit. What are you doing? Give us music. But by being patient and building that body of work, it seems like she really jumped the line. I feel like that's what I've been hearing. You know what I mean? Like, where do you think she falls in like the top female rappers out right now?
I mean, I think she's fallen there already for us though. So I don't think that's changed for me personally, but I think public perception wise, maybe.
No, but we did this on the podcast weeks ago, and we didn't talk about her in the top 10.
She didn't drop yet. She wasn't in her, but she wasn't in her rollout mode. But when Doechii's active, you know, like I don't think she was top of mind. But if you would have said Doechii, I would have been like, oh, she's probably the best.
But you couldn't really make that argument until she had a body of workout.
She has a body of workout.
She had 2 EPs.
That's music.
You couldn't make this argument until this tape came out, because now there's legitimate claim that you could say behind Meg, behind Lotto. I think you could put her at number 3
as the hottest out right now.
Just like the best in the game.
The best in the game, yeah.
And the hottest out, all of it together, top 10. I think she's on that list.
I think calling her the hottest out is a little bit of a stretch.
I agree.
I do too. I didn't say she was the hottest out.
Where is she at in comparison to like Glorilla?
I think she jumped her.
Is it close?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's super close.
I think it's close. I think it's like pick your poison. Like who wants it? Like what do you prefer?
Yeah.
As a consumer. Yeah. I mean, I agree with it. I mean, I saw it on Punch went on, you know, the R&B Money podcast.
Yeah.
Tank J Valentine. Yeah. Yes.
So
he was on there and he just spoke about kind of how they look at artist development and how they like to approach these things. And he said it's actually something that I think he said Jay-Z told this to him. But he's like, the fucking the Ninja Turtles movie is gonna come out and like gross like $200-300 million, but that's not gonna make Martin Scorsese or Quentin Tarantino change their script. You know, like you got to keep doing what you're doing despite what's hot, what expectations are. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you got to rest on your laurels, which is like we want to create great art, and that's kind of how TDE approaches everything. They're not really gonna change their sound or how they're gonna bring their artists up just based off what's working for everyone else. They kind of trust who's in the building and what they have and let artists grow and cultivate their career through that, which I think has produced, I mean, a lot of undeniable artists, generational artists. So they're probably the best out right now. You said it. I don't know who's really fucking with them right now in terms of artist development.
Yeah. And if we look at like everything they've done,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that has to be one of the best resumes ever.
And just the creation of longevity. Like these are people with careers, not moments.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of who even like is close.
For like not a major.
Even with a major.
Yeah, I mean you could say like early Def Jam.
Early Def Jam was good.
You know, like yeah.
They were good.
Two different eras. You could say like Rick Rubin, OG Def Jam, or like early 2000s Hove, Kanye Def Jam.
But like right now, who's fucking with them?
Oh, nobody.
Yeah.
You could put like 2016 QC in the mix. The longevity.
QC was pretty good. QC was
really good. They were really good.
And I don't hate what they're doing now. I mean,
QC just never had artists that big, bro. Like as big as Kendrick Lamar, as big as Schoolboy Q,
SZA,
as big as SZA. Maybe
Kendrick SZA, bro, yeah, like but everyone else.
No, but Q at his height, bro, he was unstoppable. Let's be honest.
I would say that the Migos or Lil Yachty.
Yeah, the Migos, Yachty, and Lil Baby.
I think Baby. I think that Migos is probably the closest. And I think Lil Baby was on a run, and it was looking like he was gonna do that, but I think Migos is probably the closest comparison that QC has.
Yeah, but Yachty is not nothing.
Yachty's not nothing, but Yachty doesn't really have like smash hit records, bro.
But he's been around forever and has huge records.
You're comparing him to Kendrick Lamar, SZA, and Schoolboy Q.
I think he's bigger than Schoolboy Q.
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah, and I'm a Schoolboy Q fan.
I don't think Yachty has a song bigger than Man of the Year. What, Broccoli?
Let's go see. Yeah.
I don't think Broccoli's bigger.
I don't actually know where I think this actually might be closer than I thought it was gonna be. But like Schoolboy Q definitely, like all of his albums are gold. Are Yachty's?
No.
You know?
No. But Yachty just has a fuck ton of crazy songs.
This is true. I think it's close, but realistically we're talking about QC's top dogs and we're putting them up to TD's third best, right? So like, yeah, you're right. It's that's not a competition.
Yeah, I think that having Kendrick Lamar and SZA as your two is like, you got it.
Yeah.
Like you have to throw those two out, honestly, like if we're gonna really talk, because like it's just unfair.
Yeah.
Like with that. Yeah, I'm fucking trying to find out how many streams Broccoli has. Can you do it on your laptop? I'm just playing the shit.
You know what? We don't need to even. You guys can do it.
I'm so interested. I'm so interested now. That's a really good question. Yachty versus Schoolboy Q, just in terms of popularity amongst like the world.
Yeah. But I don't think this is a good metric. Broccoli versus Man of the Year.
860 million streams on Broccoli on Spotify.
Yeah, that beats all of Schoolboy Q's biggest songs.
No, bro, that's not true.
Because Man of the Year isn't his biggest song. It's at 600 something.
Man of the Year is at 404 million.
Yeah.
That's interesting that Broccoli's a bigger song, but I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you sleeping on Yachty, bro.
The last thing I'll say about the Doechii interview is I liked her shouting out Tyler. You know, I think we came in here.
Do you know what 600 million is, bro? What are you talking about?
200 million less than what Yachty's.
I mean, it is like 20 million less, but 600 million is a lot of millions.
20 million less, 200 million.
No, you said 600 million.
Is he at 600 million on that?
I'm saying that Collard Greens is at 651 million.
And Yachty's song is at 800.
But you said it was 600 million less, which is
I said
not
it's
true.
200 million less.
We can rewind the tape.
We can.
Conversation sucks. This conversation sucks.
We have enough footage,
You just
so.
wanted to talk about Tyler, bro.
I just want to talk about
Tyler the Creator?
Yeah.
How did that come up?
All right.
Doechii
next.
was inspired by Tyler the Creator.
Sorry, I was trying to actually talk about good podcast topics, not just bitch about numbers. About 50 million, 200 million.
It was being correct.
And it's terrible content.
I think it's good content.
Terrible content.
Shows me if you're in this deep, you want a little bit of personality.
Nobody wants to hear
You
all
want
that.
a little bit of personality.
You better cut all that out.
No,
I'm gonna leave this part in though. And if I'm gonna leave this part in,
we gotta
leave
stem
the other
more into
part.
the Osei and the Miles lore. You feel me?
You know what I mean? We
You
got
know?
the back and forth.
The back and forth.
Because this is why I don't know if he should be editing our podcast.
Why?
Because he thinks 200 million, no, 400 million, no, 600 million is good podcast personality things, but he won't let us talk about you ever been called daddy before? That's way better content.
Wait. I just heard how crazy that sounded when you ran it back. No, Miles, that is pretty crazy.
I'm not cutting out actually
I'm
the
not
fucking
gonna
sex
lie.
talk. I just don't want to talk about it anymore.
That is good.
I think
That's
we,
good chat.
I think we took that
was a
as
crazy
far as we
conversation.
in both situations. I think we took them as far as they needed to go.
All right, what's next?
You know,
It's insane.
you don't want to say the Doechii Tyler thing?
No, you guys, no.
I'm sorry. Damn, see, and that's why you have to watch the video version of this, because they wouldn't have seen like what you just did.
What?
The sassy face you made. That was really sassy.
Sorry, you know. I'm sorry I was the only one that watched that interview and also the only one that sent topics. My bad.
Oof,
My bad.
see,
maybe
now
if y'all
he's
would've-
doing it.
maybe if
Now
y'all would
he's
have brought your
taking
own
his-
topics.
Now
right, fellas.
he's throwing his jabs.
Fellas, we must stay focused. We must stay focused. What's next? What we on?
Why don't we talk about the only topic you brought?
Oh, what was the only topic? What was the topic?
Now
You
he's
said something.
spicy.
You said
was it?
something.
What was the topic?
Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up.
Let me see.
Wake it up.
Because it didn't make the list.
You kind of like made fun of my little like format and did the same thing on notes and screenshotted it.
Let me see.
How do you not remember this?
He remembers.
Oh no, I sent the Terrence Crawford thing.
The one you typed.
Another one of your tweets,
The one you
Jose.
typed into your notes app.
I'll say another one of your tweets.
Oh, wait, but that's not really what my tweet was.
But this is your topic.
That's your topic, right?
Yeah, it was a fake topic though.
Oh.
I don't want to really put it on the list. I thought we could have a sense of humor, guys. I thought the group chat had integrity, but now we're throwing the group chat in here. That's crazy.
We can talk about the
That's not real guy code, bro.
guy code.
That's not guy code, bro.
Guy code.
What is
I
guy
said some
code?
salacious stuff in the group chat, and now
Salacious?
Spencer wants to bring it to the forefront.
It wouldn't
no,
have been-
we're not doing that.
Nah,
We're
Spencer
not
got a
doing
little
that.
chippy right there.
We're not
Spencer
doing
got a
that.
little chippy right there.
You know
That's
how
fine.
you know
This is a guy's group chat. A male group chat should stay.
You know what?
Has integrity, bro. What
you
are
know
we
what
doing?
you know what the integrity move would have been?
What?
Make your little joke, haha. I laughed at it, haha. Then send topics like we all agreed we'd do every week.
Did you see what I sent?
That would have been the integrity.
But did you see what I sent?
Huh?
I said I don't necessarily want to add anything except for this moment last night, and it was Terrence Crawford. Because you sent a very robust list, and I was like, it's gonna take us a minute to get through this, and I think he has covered the week very well.
I sent 4 topics. Nobody sent anything back, so I went back and added more to make it a robust list. And that's when
That's what I'm saying, and that's when I sent Terrence Crawford. I was like,
All
this is
right.
amazing.
cool.
We all love each other.
Yeah, we do.
We need to do better.
Who's we?
Me and you.
We all do. We all need to do better. I need to do better too.
But you did good.
Thanks.
And we will
Oh,
do
so you've
better.
been doing great on Twitter.
Let go of my hand, nigga. Let go of my hand, nigga. Okay. Fuck. Osei hates short women. We're there.
Whoa.
We're there. We're there. We're there. We're gonna go
Related.
into it. We're gonna do it.
What's
We
going
landed.
on? here?
Osei, explain your tweet.
Oh man, so I've been on Twitter lately. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I could tell.
I've been back. I really like Twitter, by the way. I feel like I have these periods of like being super cold on it, and I just completely.
He want to go
log off.
viral. He wants to go viral.
I basically log off, but because I've been like trying to like do better for like stereo vision and stuff, I got on my own personal account. I'm like, bro, I have mad stuff to add to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I've been tweeting, and it's the fun part about Twitter is that unlike any other social media, you can just put anything out there.
What did you say?
What did I say? Which one?
The one about height.
Oh, I said, can I pull up the exact tweet? Because
You know what
You
you
know
said.
the tweet.
but I want to get it right though.
Not dating women under 5'6" is what you said.
Let's see.
This is bad podcasting. This
Oh
is
no, yeah, I said not dating women under 5'6" anymore.
So what led you to like what was the inciting event?
Well, you know, I just feel like under 5'6" is just like a childish height. You know what I mean? Like it's just a little small.
it's an immature height.
It's an immature
So
height.
was there somebody specific?
No, I just thought about it and like, bro, realistically, you got to think about it, bro.
Why?
Do you really want to get into this?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
The breakdown of this,
I do.
bro. You got to think about it. Every woman from like 5'2" to like 5'6" and below, like that little gap, is just constantly getting darts thrown at them, just like constantly, because that height is just like think about it. Men are intimidated by height, bro. Very intimidated. It's not right, but it's true. So like that little height range is like everybody's getting shot at. Everybody. Darts every single
Darts.
day.
I don't like
Every
the darts
day.
analogy.
Gas station, schools.
Why are they in school?
What?
Why are they in school?
Well,
Women can't be in school? Is that what you said?
I don't know what school. You out of, let me not. Go, continue.
Gas stations, schools, bars, clubs, just getting darts thrown at them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out of the rat race at this point. I'm not doing that anymore.
Out of the rat race.
Because I'm like, bro, there's mad beautiful women that are.
Let me
above
get an
5'6".
Angel Reese.
Well, not necessarily that.
Let me
feel
get
like
that Caitlin Clark.
Miles, like, are you gonna let me talk? Or
My
like,
bad, gang. My
yeah,
bad,
what's
gang.
going on?
My
I thought this
bad,
was my segment.
My bad.
Are you good?
ISO.
All right, cool. So my whole thing is I'm out of the rat race, right? Like I feel like I've always liked taller women, and I'm like, yo, let me just concentrate on that. That's my bag. I don't like the darts over here. That's cool, but I'd rather throw darts over here. That's really what I meant.
Do you want her to be taller than you?
No, I don't think so.
Would you date a woman taller than you?
I would, yeah.
Like, what's the
If I really liked her.
What's like the height cutoff?
I really liked her.
What's like the height cutoff?
Well, I tried to say I was 5'11", and then people try to cut me down. So I'm gonna just say I'm 5'10" and a half. So I think that's probably my cutoff, like 5'10" and a half, 5'11". Probably not 6 foot.
You did it like a footer.
I just like looking them in the eyes. You know what I mean? Like just like a little staring contest.
Do you call her a footer?
A footer.
That's a 6 footer, right? A
Right.
footer.
Oh,
Is that
bro,
okay?
why are you talking about women like this? Bro?
I'm not.
That's crazy.
They talk about men like this
Who?
when they talk about NBA prospects.
That's
7 footers.
That's a funny reasoning. You just don't. You're trying to go for the less used dartboard.
Don't call women dartboards.
Whoa.
Don't call women
That's
dartboards.
what he did.
You know, it's
Don't
so
call
crazy.
women dartboards at all.
I feel like there's like a je ne sais quoi to the way I'm saying it.
It is not.
But
There's
then
not.
They're going crazy. They're calling women dartboards. They're laughing at schools. Like,
Well, I just think it's funny.
they're
There's
laughing
that-
at
no-
women in schools. Like,
There's no finesse to what you're saying at all. You sound crazy.
go ahead though.
I mean, I guess my viewpoint on your reasoning
Yeah.
is instead of boxing yourself into one height and saying, okay, my criteria for a woman that I'm going to date is someone between 5'6" and 5'10", maybe you could say my criteria for a woman I'm going to date is somebody that is not going to give a fuck about no darts. You know what I mean?
Darts.
It's-
I like how you changed that. But then there's also the fact that like I definitely want, my kids to play sports. So it's
Oh,
also,
okay, there it is.
Yeah, I mean that's the added, I didn't get to that. But
now
yeah,
you're
that's
thinking about
now I'm thinking about legacy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have to play basketball, you know what I'm saying? I never played basketball like that. I'm not that tall. But like if they grew to be that height, that would be wonderful, I'm trying to give them a fighting chance.
Yeah, you're just trying to like zoom out and think about it like you're breeding some dogs.
What?
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all are taking what I'm saying and making it weird. That was weird.
My bad.
Breeding dogs is crazy.
That is crazy.
What, like selecting partners for physical attributes? Like you're breeding dogs?
All right. I thought we could do a little fun group chat podcast, but it's not working out.
My bad.
I'll keep my opinions to myself and on Twitter. So
Follow him on Twitter.
Follow him on Twitter.
It's a funny time. I enjoy it. I'm gonna have to comment. I'm gonna have to get in Twitter beef with
that's
you.
what I'm saying, bro.
We'll take it to Twitter.
Just join the conversation on Twitter. I promise you, I'm gonna win.
I don't.
I promise you, Twitter thinks the way I think.
Let's
That's
say
the
it's
problem.
pretty good
Yes,
at
yes,
Twitter.
and that's. But he's first of all, no.
Yeah, he's pretty good at Twitter.
Have any of his shit went off?
Miles just
Has anything
thinks,
of your shit gone off?
No, I'm not saying I'm good at Twitter either.
Fair.
Miles just cares about numbers.
This nigga, because you ain't saying nothing. You don't be saying. You be throwing words into the abyss.
Miles just cares about numbers and doesn't care about content.
Fuck you. I'm going. What else are we talking about? Would you let your son play football? Probably not. Concussions are
Well, you
scary.
Ose's breeding a football player.
Yeah, literally. You got to go.
See,
like,
I just feel like you saying breeding, it just rubbed me the wrong way. That
My
shit's
bad.
weird.
My
like,
bad, bro.
Miles, back me up, bro.
No.
That's not weird.
I know what you're saying, but you opened the door for a bad conversation, anyways.
Okay.
Like now we have to. I have to bleep that out. Yeah.
Oh, God.
113 is off the rails.
It's off the rails.
I don't know if 113 was ever on the rails.
It was never on the rails at all.
Yeah.
This was disjointed. Oh, should we just get into Rocky?
Oh, God.
Because it's been a rocky road.
Nice. I don't know. I feel like there's more to talk about before we get into the segments.
That was fire. Okay. What, nigga? I don't see any. What else happened? Ain't shit else happened this week.
All right.
What? Wait, where do you go to find new artists?
No, we don't have to do it.
Hold on.
I thought it was an interesting idea, but we'll keep going.
Maybe for 114.
We're sassy.
Maybe for 114.
Okay. Wait, or we do a weekly rotation. I think we should do weekly rotation.
Let's talk about weekly rotation.
I think we should talk about weekly. Let's all bring the vibes up. We do a playlist every week, guys. One of our favorite segments. We all add 10 songs that we've been listening to throughout the week. Put it on a playlist on Apple Music and Spotify for you guys. And are we going to do what we said we were going to do?
Which is?
Declare a winner or no? We don't have to. It's, yeah.
It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I
Trash
think
idea.
the winner is the listener.
Facts. Facts. No cap. Because we all do good lists.
You can do it if you want. I don't care.
Nah. Oh no. Oh no.
What?
I want you to give a fuck.
I do give a fuck.
We're not gonna do a winner. We're gonna preach positivity. I love this week's weekly rotation. I think that it was a very, very good list from all of us. New vibes from everyone.
Yeah.
That I was not all the way ready for, just because I feel like I haven't seen you. So I didn't know. Oh, I'm playing the music now. My bad, gang. I haven't seen you, so I didn't know what your vibe was for the week. I didn't know if you were on your. Sometimes you'll do Afrobeat, sometimes you'll do R&B, or you'll do your sad boy music. With you, I never know what the fuck you're gonna play. I think you like to just jump around with genres. So
I felt like this one was maybe the most random that we've had. Stylistically, kind of all over the place, but it made for an entertaining listen.
Spencer did Frankie Beverly. Off the jump, I love that just because I didn't expect you to do that.
Golden Time of Day, bro. Yeah, that's my shit. I love that song.
I love that. I didn't think you were gonna do that. I also love Face the World from you.
Yeah.
That's like probably my favorite Nip song.
Yeah.
One of them.
Kendrick said it. Y'all should be a little more like Nip.
Yep. And then Osei, I was almost about to put a Sleepy Hollow song from the same project on here.
Oh, really?
Sleepy Intro, the first song on here. I love that song.
Yeah.
Or no. I'm fucking up the name of the song. But either way, I was gonna put another Sleepy Hollow song from this project on here. I really like that pick from you. What else did you do? You did that Boogie song, A Boogie with the Hoodie. That was good. Skeletons, Chow Lee. How'd you feel about the project?
I really like the project. I feel like Chow Lee, like I said, super, super early. And this always strikes me because I said Chow and not Cash. Mm-hmm. But I knew there was a reason. And I really feel like Chow is just a better rapper than Cash overall. Like, obviously, most of it is Cash Cobain production, and Cash is an amazing artist. But Chow is just like a better lyricist, better rapper. His voice sounds better. And I think even though his topics are just like super salacious, it just works, bro. It just works for him. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and Skeletons is a great song because after you get an hour of just horny music, you know what I'm saying? You finally get some reflective Chow. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about living wrong, talking about how he feels like he's buying his love from a consignment store. Like, it's interesting, reflective music. You don't really hear that from Chow. So
he reflects on the mess he's made.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, I'm living crazy.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite song, undisputably, of the entire week was "Are You Down?"
Yeah.
That Layla project. We talked about it, but this is gonna be my song of the year, damn near. Like, I just see that for this already. I can't stop playing it. I'm not tired of it. Just fits perfectly into the bag that I'm always down to listen to.
That was your pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly, I listened to the project, and that's one of my favorite songs. But I will say that was a good pick by you, just because I don't know. I was unsure, especially based off the first two singles. Like, I wasn't in love with like what I'd heard from her before. You know, like, I'm not saying it wasn't good, but I wasn't about to listen to the project. And then when you put this on, you told me to listen. I listened to the whole project. I was like, wow, this is great music, but it's also very indicative of a budding star.
Yeah, she's next, and she sang her ass off.
Yeah,
she sang her ass off. The production is unique. That song is just so catchy.
Yeah,
that song's in my head all the time.
That's the best one on the project. Yeah. I love that song.
Definitely.
Say I love that you put Fifth Day Dead. This is the second time you've come with a track from Punk. That has surprised me because I don't think I really went back to that album after one or two listens besides the couple songs I pulled, so I hadn't really heard that song at all, but that's a really good song.
Yeah,
I really like that you threw that on there.
I don't know why that project was so slept on, to be honest. I think we talked about this before. I just feel like, I don't know, there's some really good deep cuts from that project is what I will say.
Definitely.
Miles, I really liked No More Tears by T-Drum Moses.
Yeah.
You and did we figure out when that officially came out?
I think after the Outkast song.
Okay, good, because there's the horns from Spodiote Dopalicious by Outkast.
And Spencer was so afraid that song came out first.
Because that might be a top 10 song of all time for me, across all music, all genres. Spodiote Dopalicious, that's like quintessential music for me. You know what I mean? And the main part, what it all rides on is that fire horn section. You know what I mean? And so to think that was a sample, I was like, wow. It fucked my whole shit up. I was honestly really sad. So I'm glad that it looks like maybe Tidra sampled them. But either way, both songs are great. This is a really great song that I'd never heard of her. So that was a good put on.
She's out of this world. I didn't even know her music before. I don't even know how I stumbled upon this, to be honest. But I went into her catalog a little bit, and she's awesome.
Misunderstood.
I think I've always really liked Saint Lucia. I think that's a great Future song. I don't think that project ever gets any love. So I like that you put that on there. I would say
that's one of his best songs ever.
And I really also liked So Far Ahead Empire. That's the song I really like off DS Forever.
That's one of my favorite Gunna songs ever. I love that song.
And then Made Men by Migos too. That was a slap.
I've been listening to that so much this week. You know what I mean? Because you really do think you be proud of the gang. Be proud of seeing everyone win. You know what I mean? I do think about that when I think about like all the homies. Like y'all, you know what I mean? That's a feel good song, bro. Another Doechii song too was fire to see. Death Roll.
Yeah. I think my favorite song I put on here was D&D by Batty.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was super smooth, and that's just something I stumbled across. Like, she's got like 200 monthly listeners.
You have one like that every single week.
Yeah.
That's just like a little like, okay, Spencer, you got put us on one time. You know what I mean?
Just something random that's not even like big enough to be like a real put on.
Yeah.
Because what is anyone gonna do with somebody with 200 monthly listeners? But it's like, oh, if you want some like shit that nobody else has ever heard, because it has 3,000 streams total. Like, I thought that song was super fire.
Higher by Rihanna was a great one.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that Meta project with Up All Night a lot. I really I didn't like it as much as I thought I would at first for like a whole K-Tronada produced project.
Yeah.
But I listened to it like listens 5 and 6. It really got me, you know.
Yeah.
And this was definitely one that was a big takeaway for me. Ruthless by Lil TJ, surprising one. I love a Jay Critch feature too.
Yeah, that's a really good song. Honestly, but the first time I heard that song was out here in LA.
Okay.
I was out here for a spring break trip and went to a Jay Critch concert, and he brought out Lil TJ. And I didn't know who Lil TJ was at the time, but like the way that he performed Ruthless was insane, bro. He came with so much energy. Like, I was like, oh, this guy is like pretty good. And then I remember him like literally, I think he dropped his album maybe like a few months later and just like blew up. So that time period of my life is always interesting. That was like what, 2019?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have to mention this guy Messiah, who's familiar. I just got familiar with his music. Great project. But Nino or Nyante, I've known for a minute. From the DMV, both of them. Mm-hmm. Definitely. I think Nyante's name on Instagram is like Sex After Church. Like just crazy Instagram, but they run around with Mike and El Custo and all them a lot. Nino paid a little bit and shit too. So I think that they're definitely worth tapping into as well. Also a good Ruger song.
What you think of the list?
I thought it was good. Yeah, there was like, I think the Snoop Dogg song did set me off a little bit because it was a little jazzy for me. But one thing that you did put on there that I liked, I'm assuming it was you, Spencer, was Electrify Tonight by Tommy Richmond.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Tommy Richmond song. To be honest, I haven't like properly like dove back into the catalog like that. Yeah. That song is really good.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like the last drop.
Exactly.
A little bit. So the more I go back, the more I'm like, oh, this wasn't really a rebrand or anything. It was just everything clicked on $1 Million Baby, but this is just his sound, you know?
Type shit for sure. This was a good one. I like this. I think we all had a little bit of our personalities pop out in the list.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like, it wasn't any of our like classics necessarily, you know, like the people that we always add and shit like.
I put Untitled 8. That is
the
definition of a classic Spencer
and
song.
I did the Wayne, like I had to do Nightmares from the Bottom with the whole conversation. I was like, that's a fun one. I'll put that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And Osei was super classic. What are you talking about?
What did he do?
You're saying YTB Fat, Lil Baby, and Rilo Rodriguez isn't as classic Osei as it gets?
Yeah. I guess they felt like deeper cuts. They felt like deeper cuts though.
They did. They're all great. It's not a knock at all.
You are right.
It's not a knock at all. But I think we're all perfectly in our bag.
This was, I don't know. I felt really like I was interested in this one. This one was fun for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't it was just new stuff. Honestly, I really didn't know where anyone was going. I appreciate having this shit, bro. I love this segment so much, bro.
Yeah, go down if you're watching us on YouTube. In the description right now, there's links to the playlist on both Spotify and Apple Music. Tap in, check it out, listen to it, follow it. We talk about this every week, so listen to it when it comes out, and then you can be in the conversation too. If you're listening on audio platforms, Stereo Vision on Spotify and Apple Music, go grab our playlist weekly rotation.
You know what I'm saying? And we add songs that we talk about a little bit after. Tony Tone specifically was very, very interesting from one of my personal favorite A$AP Rocky projects, Testing.
Yeah.
I think that in the midst of him dropping probably the most highly anticipated album of his career right now with Don't Be Dumb, it was a great opportunity to kind of go back to an album that I view as a classic, but I think is widely regarded as his most divisive project, Testing. So we all went back and listened to that this week. And I think that it was a really, really good eye-opener, especially for me and you, Spencer, because I know that we've had very frequent debates about this project just because I know how big of an A$AP Rocky fan you are. And I think just knowing your music taste and what you like, to me, as such a big fan of Testing, I've always felt like this would be something that you would love. So I was so surprised when you kind of just were like, this wasn't your favorite off the first couple of years it was out, obviously. So I'm interested to see how you kind of enjoyed the album this time we went back to it.
Yeah. I'm going to start with where I was.
Okay.
And kind of why I didn't necessarily love it. To me, I really like experimental music.
Yeah.
I don't like experimental music that is experimental just to be experimental.
Yes.
I think that's where a lot of people misjudge what I like. I don't like something because it's weird and there are weird sounds. Yeah. I don't just like the creative pursuit. I like the result. Yes. And I like shit that I think sounds good. And for the first couple of years of Testing being out, it felt like, he labeled it as Testing. Everyone was like, oh, it's his experimental project. And I'm like, well, this shit isn't actually much more experimental than the last project, which was super off the wall, super all that, So I didn't really like that image going in. So I think I had a little personal bias against this album coming in. And then I think some of the songs didn't land off rip. And so I didn't put much effort into it. On this re-listen, me at my big age of 25, fully developed frontal lobe, I can go back and say this is a great project. And to me, this is his second best project behind the second studio album. I always get the names mixed up. At Long Last. That's still his best project. But Testing being revisited played super well, especially on the back end. Some of those songs that I didn't necessarily go back to a lot really aged really well, especially that slower section from Kids Turned Out Fine all the way to Purity.
Did you like Brother Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great song. That's a great. Yeah. It's all good, bro. It's all good. Yeah. I really, really enjoyed going back.
Yeah, I'll show how I feel. I'll last, but I want to hear what you think. I don't know what you think about that one.
Yeah, bro. This isn't it.
Did you go back and listen for real?
This project isn't it.
You went back and listened for real?
I went back and listened to the whole project.
Okay.
This project isn't it. And I'm not even saying that because it doesn't have a few songs, right? Like it definitely, it's weird, right? Because listening again, you do realize how many songs it has that are standalone, pretty great songs. Yeah. Obviously, you have Praise the Lord. Mm-hmm. You have Purity. Mm-hmm. Brother Man is a good song.
Yeah.
OG Beeper in a Different Context is a very interesting song. But as a project and as an album, it feels a little try hard. It feels like he's trying to dig into his Yeezus era or some shit. And I think the title is a little too on the nose and maybe ruined the project initially for me, and now I can't really go back and see it as a body of work. I think they're really, like I said before, I think there's some standalone songs, but I don't think this is Rocky's strongest project, bro. I think Purity is probably the best song in the project for me. And it was weird too, because I listened to it a few times, and this morning I was journaling and listened to it again, and it was good background music, I guess, but there's something about this project that doesn't feel complete to me. It feels very much like he was trying to do something and failed.
Yeah. I think that the title is what threw a lot of people off. I think that was the single biggest mistake from this entire era. And I just want to like say that I think that A$AP Rocky is one of like my favorite artists ever, one of the most instrumental artists of our time, but I don't think he's released his best project. I think he has a lot of really, really great elements to him as an artist. I think he's done a lot of crazy shit, but I don't think he's ever put it all together perfectly. You know, I do think he has this really high ceiling that he's just building towards, but it hasn't all come together just yet. And on this, for me, it was something that felt like a rejuvenation because I got used to the psych rap. I got used to the kind of cloudy, druggy stuff, you know. I think that this was right after the Cozy tapes too, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that I just kind of almost grown up and like worn myself out of the Rocky sound a little bit by the time Testing came along. And then when it dropped, I was just like, oh, this is something that plays better outside and in a festival context. And then I saw it live. Yeah. And I was like, this is the most animated, energetic I've ever felt Rocky. And I started to see him with Tyler more. And that friendship blossoming a little more. So then I'm listening to the production and the musicality. And I'm like, I see why even from a musical standpoint, these dudes will fuck with each other. The Wang Sap rumor started to happen and things like that. So I think that this project for me really expanded my vision to what Rocky could be. Because then I hear like a song like Distorted Records, the first one. That's a fire way to open up your album to me. Like I thought that was a really, really dope intro. Like
that's always been one of my favorite songs.
You know, like I don't know. I love the fact that he was taking chances. It really felt like he was trying to be like a different type of artist, a different level of artist on this. Yeah. And that was always the draw for me. And then just like some of these songs are just so special. Like you mentioned OGB. I think like we all Purity. If you're a Lauryn Hill fan, you know what I mean. Like that sample's gonna fucking kill you. Like it's amazing. But the really high energy songs are my favorites for sure. Praise the Lord, of course, is a great like slap. Yeah. Yeah, I fucking Guns and Butter though with Juicy J. Yeah, that's my favorite one.
And we haven't even mentioned Fuck Sleep with FKA Twigs.
That was the first one that grabbed me off the first listen.
Me too. Tony Tone. Yeah, I love that song. And A$AP Forever. A$AP Forever was my shit before this album came out. As the single, that was one of my favorite Rocky songs. I was listening to it all the time. And then they kind of fucked it up on the album. And I think that's another reason that I struggled to like the album off rip is because they killed the intro. They have this little T.I. speaking monologue, which is cool. And then they go right into the drop. When the single version, there's this really big, swirly, psychedelic buildup that puts you in the zone. And then when it drops, it's like big and triumphant, you know? And I think they really messed it up on the record, even though I do like the addition of Kid Cudi. But I really like that song too. And I hadn't listened to it in years. So yeah, you sound like you don't like that song.
I don't like that song that much.
That's fair.
It's not my favorite.
But we like different Rockies because you also don't really like DMB like that. And I love DMB.
Yeah, that DMB is fine. Yeah, I guess we do. What are your favorites off this? Well, I mean, no, because I like the ones that you like on this. Yeah, I think.
I mean, I like most of them on
you know, that shit is, I don't know. What's your favorites?
My favorites. I mean, I think when I went back, the most special songs are the slower songs at the end. My favorites are probably Purity, Changes, and Kids Turned Out Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Purity, Guns and Butter, and Changes. Distorted Records. Distorted
Records is fire.
Maybe Distorted Records. I don't know, just because I'll always have like core memories of like seeing that. Like there was a run of shows when I saw him live, and that's what he was starting with every time. Yeah. And it always just let people know what type of timing he was on. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll go Distorted Records, Guns and Butter with Juicy J, and Purity. That's my top 3.
And this album did kind of take me back. Yeah. Like you said, to 2018 Flogna, when Saturday Night went A$AP Rocky Testing, SZA. Oh no, A$AP Rocky Testing, Tyler's first Igor set into SZA doing Control, and that was just like
Yeah, it was otherworldly. What are your favorites from this? I'll say you said Purity and what else?
I think I said Purity. I would say Purity is my favorite. I don't want to go super basic, but Praise the Lord. I feel like it's just like a really good song.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that was the one that hit, but it's just a really good record. And then I wouldn't say OG Beeper is like a favorite song. I think it's a good song. It reminded me of the era of Blockboy JB. I think that was pretty funny.
He can't think of a third song he likes.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't love the project like that. Like,
that's fair. That's fair. Okay, so Spencer, what was one that grabbed you when you went back?
Purity.
Really? I thought you would have liked that one.
It's not something that I had listened to a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know how I totally missed it, for the first long time. But yeah, going back, I'm like, I'm an idiot. This is an incredible Frank Ocean verse. You have like rapping Frank Ocean. The sample is great. Yeah, it's an amazing song.
You know what I'm gonna say? That's weird.
What?
Call drops.
With Kodak?
Yeah.
That is super weird.
Just like the little interlude thing,
With him talking on the phone?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. What do you like about that?
Because I listened to the album already. You know what I mean? And I just like it now just in the context of it. You know what I mean? I think it's cool. Because at this point, I've listened to the album a million times.
Yeah.
So I have my favorites that I go back to, but now I'm going back and just listening to the project and appreciating the artistry of it all.
Yeah.
And I'm like, putting Kodak on the album in that way is really cool to me. I don't know. I thought it was tasteful.
I think another problem I had on night one. A lot of this goes back to my first listen and how it wasn't as fulfilling of an experience as I wanted it to be. I see Kodak Black featured. I'm super hyped. It's 2018. I think we're going to get a banger. And then I get that and I'm just let down.
But then thinking the context, because Kodak had been in jail for a minute at the time. I think that was a longer stint in jail with him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like at that moment, that's cool.
In hindsight, it works. Yeah, I get it. I do get it. And this album aged well.
Yeah, I'm happy we don't have to fight about it anymore, honestly.
We don't have to fight.
We could come together and enjoy it. Is there anything else you guys had on it?
No, I don't like this project.
Ose made up his mind before you went back in and listened to this bitch. There was no way we were going to get this nigga to say anything good about this.
Hey, he listened, and that's what matters.
And I appreciate it.
But this is not the only album Rocky has in his catalog.
Okay.
He's got a lot of good music.
He's dropped more music.
And I don't know. When I went back and listened to Testing, I got the itch. I wanted to go back and listen to Long Live. Long Love. Live Love.
Live Love Long.
Live Laugh. Laugh Love. I wanted to listen to all of it. You know what I mean? The singles, all of it. And I thought we should do an ASAP Rocky song draft, honestly.
Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm excited, man. I'm excited because I think that you could go so many different directions.
Yeah.
I like personals on this one, I feel like are going to be hard.
Yeah.
Like something that I love, maybe not be the best one to play for the people. Do I need to go for the Instagram win since y'all niggas want to talk about that all the time? Should I come up with a list that's going to get me an Instagram win?
You need to think about.
You just need to make a good list, bro. I don't think
I love my list.
You've never won because you've never made a good list.
I think if you listen to my 5 in succession, there's no way you say that I lose, but I can do something that'll just get instant reaction clicks.
I mean, look, I hear what you're saying, but the people on Instagram clearly don't.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've gone back and like listened to your list and they're like, this is mid.
You know, I'll do something for the little 13-year-olds on the
Miles,
Instagram.
you know that it's a mix of taste and popularity. Like it's not just one or the other. Mm-hmm. You preach this now. You used to be all nerd, hipster, like what I like, but now you're more numbers oriented. You're more numbers guy. What streamed more? What the man? You know what I mean?
You see how niggas like to throw shots. You see how niggas like.
It's not a shot.
I've been taking taste picks.
Tell me that has not been your progression since I've known you.
What do my lists reflect?
Your lists reflect where you used to be.
I'm currently there though. If I'm putting those on my list.
So I'm asking you to look at this with the same lens you look at your job through, which is let's get the best songs possible, but also the ones that are going to appeal to the masses, and let me get a dub.
I'll do it.
Find the happy medium, bro. First round draft pick, you shouldn't be reaching for a 5th round song. You know, sometimes
I've never done that.
Sometimes you just have to draft Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to draft him.
You sound like a nigga who draft like CMC.
I didn't. I drafted.
I won't get into it. Anyways,
who wants to start it off? Anybody really want that first pick?
You know what? I'll do it, man. I'll do it. Why not?
So I'm getting the turn. Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, so wait, you get the 2.
I get the turn. So I'm 3 and 4.
Okay, this is dangerous because I could go one of two ways here. But you know what? Let me go this way, man. All right, let's go.
Draft night.
I was so excited.
I think he's gonna do the right thing.
Draft night.
I always get so
There
excited.
are two right things.
I think that Rocky to me is a genius curator.
You're gonna get mine.
And I think one of my favorite songs by him in my first pick is One Train.
Oh,
It's
shit.
it's the definite, for me, it's everything I love about Rocky, right?
Yeah.
Because he just brings everybody on this dope beat. It's one of the craziest things when did this even come out, bro?
That was
This was
2013.
2013. In 2013, to get Kendrick, Joey Badass, Yellow Wolf. Who else was on
Yellow
that
Wolf
song,
being
bro?
the third one is crazy.
It's mad,
Action
mad.
Bronson.
Big Crit,
Big
Action
Crit,
Bronson.
Action Bronson. It's a timestamp.
Yeah.
And it's an amazing song, too.
It's a who's who. Of
Yeah,
that, of,
exactly.
Of
It's a
the
who's
last
who.
era that I think really like rapped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the era that came after them, but the last who's who of who can really write it down.
Exactly. So that's my pick.
I didn't see that coming. You stole that one. I wanted that song.
I'm glad he got the pick. With my first pick, I'm gonna go Fucking Problems. I think that's that is the Rocky song.
Yeah.
That everyone knows.
Yeah.
It's iconic. You still hear it outside today, and everyone's gonna rap all the words of all three of the verses. Drake, Kendrick, Rocky, 2 Chainz. Legendary.
Miles, I love it, bro. I love that you're a numbers guy. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing that.
Do you like that song?
Keep doing that.
Do you like that
Pander.
song?
Yeah, I think it got a little overplayed.
Yeah.
I don't think I would listen to it because like now it's just like that, like
We're taking these
early 2010s, like
We're taking these songs as like just the best songs though. We're take out the fact that it's been played a million times.
I know what you're doing.
I'm gonna run this back to your song really quick. I'm gonna quack.
Quack.
Quack. What did Duck say? Quack. I'm gonna ask y'all both the same question. One Train. Who had the best verse?
I want to say Kendrick, but I feel like that's like too obvious of an answer.
I mean, I think it's either Kendrick or Crit, to be honest. I think the way Big Crit finishes it, but I'm not mad at Kendrick. He had a great verse. Miles, who had the best verse on Fucking Problems?
Yo, the way that you did that is so funny.
Oh, what do you
Ew,
Kendrick.
You didn't like his laugh?
Bro. Ew.
I didn't get it because I didn't see what he was doing, bro. Kendrick.
Okay. I just wanted to. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make a point. I thought you were gonna make
No
a
point being made. I mean,
Okay.
unless you
Nah,
want
no
to,
point.
you can derive whatever you want from that.
I thought you were gonna do something.
No. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah.
not doing shit. With my first pick, I'm taking Lord Pretty Flacco Jody 2.
Yeah. That
Fire.
was the one I wanted.
I think we moved accordingly in that first round. Got some of the big ones out of the way.
Yeah.
Now I could be super basic and really build a 1-2 and then go taste afterwards. But I feel like a lot of my lists have been coming across as basic. To be honest, I feel like my first 2 picks are always pretty big songs.
Yo, your
you
lists
got
are
it.
basic.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. With my I don't want to do it, but I also don't want to pick something on the same album. Because I heard it come out of my mouth and I heard how basic it is.
Come on now.
Go ahead.
Come on now.
I'm throwing all rules aside. For my second pick, I'm taking Jukebox Joints featuring Kanye West. I love that song. I love the beat. I love the sample. Kanye's verse is hilarious. So many quotables throughout that whole song on both their sides, you know?
I love that song.
Nothing you love more than a big forehead, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Jukebox Joints.
I love the whole process lead up to that.
What you want?
That was a good pick. Though. Yeah, this is hard because I want to go off the same album that you did, but there's so many songs to choose from. I already took Fucking Problems, so I want to do something that's a little bit more fun. I'm gonna do. This is hard because I can't do I want to do taste picks.
Dude, just.
But I want to win. Okay. I'll do. I'm gonna do Every Day. off at Long Last. I'm gonna do Every Day. I think that is a sample that obviously is very, very iconic. But I think at this point now, at least in the rap community, you hear that and you know that that's a Rocky song. Goes in, great way to close out that album. Very good vibe.
Great song.
Fire. For my second pick, I'm gonna go with LSD.
Yeah,
Bro. Best music video of this era, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest, to be completely honest, and I think as I've aged, like the video gets better and makes me love the song even more.
Yeah.
You know, and I love Rocky as a curator. That's how I see him. And so I feel like for him to like bring the elements. Who shot this video, by the way? I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Needs a fucking Grammy. Needs a Grammy.
They do need an award.
Or not a Grammy, an award of some sort. But no, I feel, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but the visual match with the song is like one of the best like pairings of the era. And it really just, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's a great song.
What's your second pick?
Ooh, I gotta go again.
You're at the turn. Breathe through it.
I could go two ways.
LSD with me would have been a heavy hitter. Fucking Problems LSD.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, I like your pick.
So for my third song, I'm gonna go with Purple Swag.
Great pick.
Yeah.
Again, it's just another timestamp of the era, bro. I feel like for me, I think the reason that, you know, we talk about Rocky and I don't get excited about testing is because I really see Rocky in the early 2010s and being this curator, being this trendsetter, being at the forefront of culture. And Purple Swag to me is just the definition of that.
Yeah.
Because the start of the swag era, like that's a whole dress, that's a whole walk, that's a whole talk. Like that's a whole thing. Purple Swag is like one of my favorite songs of what? Middle school, early high school? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great pick. I feel like that's the one that really went the craziest off that first tape. Right?
Definitely.
That's the one that made it onto his debut studio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do an iconic song too then. Ooh. This is a tough one. I did Fucking Problems. I'm gonna do a list. I'm trying to think who am I pandering to with this list? Who am I pandering to with this list? I'm gonna do something for the. I feel like the ladies might like this one. I'm gonna do nah. That's a bad one. I don't know if I want to do
Miles,
that.
please don't do something for the ladies, bro.
Let me do something for the ladies.
It's not your lane, bro. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do something for the ladies, bro. Trust me. But what? First of all, check the weekly rotation and see who I be on and see who. I don't think they listen to YTB Fat, bro. I don't want to hear your suggestions for the ladies, bro.
Trust me.
My bad, gang.
Trust me, bro.
Sorry.
That's a great
what
song.
you want? I'm not even doing that with you.
See, this is the problem, bro. Miles, when was the last time you been around the ladies, bro?
Oh my god!
That one time we
Friday.
tried to talk to him when we were chasing Red Veil.
On Friday. Let's do Fashion Killer. I'm gonna do. Oh wait. Oh wait! No!
You can't keep doing this. You've done this 2 weeks in a row. If you
I've done
say
2 weeks in a row.
What?
I've done 2 weeks in a row. I know. That's fair.
You can't keep doing
But
this.
I can't.
What's your just say your pick with your chest, bro. You like it's like that's so pussy. You're like waiting to hear how it sounds and see how
I know.
reacts.
I didn't say it.
It's like people that be fucking putting the snippets out and they're like, oh, y'all want this? You don't want this? Like just say shit
No,
with your
I think
chest,
I
bro.
think I panicked because I saw the camera dying, and I was like, "Fuck." I panicked. I panicked so bad.
I love podcasting.
For my third pick, I'm going with Goldie off the second studio album. Just like an iconic intro, the way the beat comes in. That's one of my favorite Rocky songs, one of the first Rocky songs I ever heard.
That's a good pick. Oh, it must be right.
Yeah.
That was in the first little batch of Rocky songs.
Exactly.
Because that was on the debut. That was the studio debut.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, second song on the debut.
Yeah, I'm not
Yes.
gonna lie. You took my pick, bro.
Nice.
Good job.
Thanks. Got excited about that one.
Nice.
All right, let's see what I'm gonna do. Let's see.
Bad list.
I got a really good list going right
Bad
now.
list.
All right. For my third pick, I'm taking Brand New Guy featuring Schoolboy Q. Off Live Love. That song is always like, it gives me more turn than like damn near any Rocky song. You know what I mean? Like that's just pure energy. I think Schoolboy Q and ASAP Rocky is a really underrated duo. They work together like a lot, you know, and they sound great together. And that's always been one of my favorites off that debut mixtape. So that's my pick. And then with my last pick, I'm going to take. Damn, y'all made me do it. I'm gonna take Sundress with my last pick.
Okay.
Somebody had to do it.
Yeah.
And I really didn't want to be the one to do it, but it's like, you know,
because it's on brand.
You know, when somebody falls in your fantasy draft and you're like, well, fuck,
I have to.
Y'all are gonna make me take Sundress, but I can't be upset. That's his biggest song of his career.
That's a great song.
Collab with Tame Impala. You know what I mean? Like classic sample. Just a vibe. Like I feel like you hear that song and you're instantly transported to, you know, driving down the PCH, sunset, long summer night in LA. You know what I mean?
It's a little vibe.
I'm not gonna lie, you took another one of my picks, so
Damn.
congratulations.
Damn. My last pick. Ooh, I could go one of two ways. I could go the bigger song or the one. Should I do taste? Pick?
Just whatever you pick, pick it.
And say it with my chest.
With your chest.
Let me sit up for this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Really, my last pick of the draft and shit like that. For my final pick in the draft, I'm going to choose.
Look at
Which
one of these.
Which one? One of these two side ones.
Yeah.
I don't want to get us in my shot. For my final pick in the A$AP Rocky song draft, I'm gonna be taking Babushka Boy by A$AP Rocky. One of my favorite personal songs from him. Started off an iconic era from him. I think it's from that kind of testing era of music. I think that if you don't know the song, you go back and listen to that. It's one of my favorites. Great music video too for that.
You took Babushka Boy from the Babushka Boy.
You know?
That was a fire era because I was looking at that little run of singles. I'll let you pick your song before we talk about it, actually.
Last song, too.
There's an easy one.
Huh?
There's an easy one.
There's two very good choices to go with. And I don't know which one I want to go with because there's one that really completes my list, but one also that really deserves to be on the list. So, you know what? I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to round my list out with Peso.
Okay.
I think that was probably one of the first Rocky songs I really heard, I think.
You went OG Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I like about him. I like, again, we're talking Rocky the curator, Rocky the trendsetter, tastemaker, you know? And I feel like everything that he's really contributed to the culture in my eyes has been from that era. Not to say that he hasn't done anything, but that was when Rocky was most influential in my life. Mm-hmm. And Peso is, you know, it's a timestamp, bro. It's a reminder of like that time. So, yeah, it's my last pick.
Yeah, it's a great pick. Yeah, I like your list. With what you said about testing, I like the way you went.
I'm not mad at it.
I hate the way you went after all that you have to say about testing for the last 5 years.
I almost did praise the Lord.
Just no song off testing.
I almost did praise the Lord. That was the one that I was, I wanted to. But Babushka Boy, you know how I feel about that song.
Yeah, that's a great song. I wanted Suddenly. Do you guys like that song?
It's fine. I thought you were going to do, the one weird one that no one cared about that I wanted to pick was like Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. I think just he has better vibes. That's a great vibe. I love Phoenix.
Should we run through? Wait. So what's your 4?
So my 4 off the top. Let me not do this off the top. I'm not going to remember.
My 4 were Babushka Boy, Goldie, Fucking Problems, and what was my second pick?
The Rod Stewart sample.
Oh, every day. Every day.
Yeah.
My 4 were One Train, LSD, Purple Swag, and Peso.
Damn, he might have another one. That sounded pretty good when you rattled them off like that.
What was it? LSD, Purple Swag, Peso.
I'll say it again. My 4 were One Train, LSD, Purple Swag, and Peso.
He's one like OG. That's a specific era, but that's a great list. That's a very good list. I think that's your best list.
My 4 were Lord Pretty Flacco Jody 2, Jukebox Joints, Brand New Guy, and Sundress.
You had two. Your first two are very, very strong. Very, very strong.
All 4 of mine are really strong.
It's a good list. I really enjoyed that, guys. That was a good one. That was one of our closer song drafts, honestly. I'm not mad at that. You guys did impressive. Proud
This
of you.
guy.
Oh, my
This
bad.
guy thinks he can talk about close.
My bad.
I win one first, loser.
Me.
Win one, then talk.
Hot takes?
I wish I had one.
I don't have one.
Do you have one?
Y'all don't have hot takes, bro? What? That's crazy.
I normally can think of one pretty fast.
Oh, man. I mean, I could say it, but should I?
Let's hot take.
Should I really do
I'll
it?
think of one.
Yeah, it's not hard.
All right, we can do it. Fellas. Fellas. If Turks and Caicos is in the bio,
You just taking from your Twitter, bro.
you have to unfollow, bro.
Unfollow?
Unfollow.
Like if there's a story highlight from Turks and Caicos.
If Turks and Caicos is in the bio,
No one's putting Turks and
You have
Caicos
to
in their bio.
unfollow.
Who's putting Turks and Caicos in their bio? You're talking about story highlights, right?
yes.
So if they've been to Turks and Caicos, you have to unfollow them.
That's not what I said.
If it's in the bio.
If it's in the bio, if it's in the story highlights, you should unfollow.
So if they've been to Turks and Caicos,
You don't have to
And posted
unfollow.
it.
Let's not act like every woman we follow is somebody.
Whoa. When did I say anything about women, bro? That's crazy.
Isn't that who you're talking about? Women?
I just said if Turks and Caicos is in the bio, you have to unfollow.
All right, then let me walk back my statement and let me ask you why.
Turks and Caicos, man, is the new Miami. All the celebrities are going there, especially around Christmas time. And it's just like, bro, if you got Turks and Caicos in the bio, like, what are you doing out there? You know, it's feeling very, I don't know, it's feeling like very strange behaviors going on out there. I can't explain it. I can't put my thumb on it, but
It's like Michael Rubin white party activity.
yeah, it's like Michael Rubin white party activity.
I get it.
And I don't like anything that's going on.
so you can't go to Turks and Caicos. That's like a no-fly zone.
They're ruining it right now.
It's like just go to Tulum.
Yeah, go to Tulum, you know.
Puerto Vallarta. There's other places on the West Coast to go.
So many places to go.
Yeah.
But not Turks. Okay.
Turks.
I kind of want to go now. See what's going on over there.
Go ahead. You can go fly out there with Drake.
I don't know if I want to go on like Air Drizzy.
Air Drizzy sounds so wild.
Damn.
Air Drizzy.
His name don't do what it used to do. Air Drizzy.
No Drizzy.
Air Drake.
Man.
Yeah. That's not a bad take. I'll say. My hot take is that Layla is going to be the next biggest artist of this generation.
So we're just saying things we already said.
Yeah. That's a hot take. Biggest, number one, out of anyone else that's come out over the last 5 years. The biggest artist.
That's definitely a hot take.
That's what I'm saying.
The last 5 years.
Last 5 years out of any artist that's come out.
Any
Layla's-
genre?
Any genre.
Oh yeah, that's piping hot. Hot soup.
There we go.
Watch your lips.
Yo, what? Nah, I just think that her combo of production, vocal talent is gonna take her over the top. Very, very independent. I think that she has it obviously in her like genes, being Mos Def's daughter and shit like that. Seems like she got a good team around her. I think she's got it.
Miles, can I ask you a question? Do you believe anything you say?
Yeah.
Because I feel like you say things and then in your mind, like once you said it, like you're like, your mind activates and it's like, I have to back this up no matter what. But sometimes you could say things that are wrong and admit it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you'll never admit when you're wrong. You just say things and it's like, if someone's like, bro, what? You're like, nah, da 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 da. I think that's you, bro.
So like we have a podcast, right? Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's important when I say something on the podcast to elaborate more on it. Mm-hmm. I feel like if I have an opinion or make a statement, I should be able to elaborate more on it, especially when challenged by one of my fellow podcast hosts.
No, that's fire.
It's not really a like, oh, I gotta defend it.
No. That's real. I'm serious. I'm not trying to make fun. No, that's real. That's real. Like you have to like always back up your stuff. So I appreciate that.
I hate this guy.
That's real though.
What's your hot take, Spencer? Oh, he's thinking. Oh, his brain is working. I see it. I thought he was over our conversation. Nah, he's just thinking. We could chat a little more. Because I'll say, why you don't think I tell the truth?
No, that's not what I said.
You did say, "Do you believe anything you say?"
And that's the thing. I don't like how my words are misconstrued. Like when I clearly say something, you say I said something else, bro. I literally said, "Do you believe anything you say?"
Yes.
And honestly, you didn't even answer that question.
Yes, I did.
You didn't. You just said that. So I said, "Do you believe anything you say?" Because sometimes it feels like you like just say things and you feel like you have to back it up. And you said, "I have a podcast," so. Yes, I feel like I have to back it up. That's basically what
I feel like I have to have reasoning for my opinion.
But you didn't say that
I believe
what you say.
I believe it.
I believe everything I say.
I believe everything I say.
Okay, cool.
I think that
was a real
nature. It's the nature of a hot take. Mm-hmm. It has to be something that isn't gonna be like. It's not something that's easy to digest. You know, something that's controversial. Trying to get spicy with it. You think I'll come up here and lie to the people? I do.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. I don't lie that much though.
Yeah.
I tell them white lies. I get on the surface. I don't think I give them. I think I lie by omission. I don't tell them all the way how I feel all the time, but I'm working on that. Got to be brand safe though.
You're working on like being more open.
Yeah.
Opening up.
I'm working on me, bro. Still
like wide open.
You got a hot take, bro?
I thought of a couple, but you guys aren't gonna like them.
Go ahead, bro. Let it rip. We're at the end of the line.
They're pretty bad.
End of the road.
You can say a bad one. You've earned it.
Yeah?
You're the only one that sent topics today.
I got 2. My hot take. Oh, the camera stopped. It's probably better that way.
No, you got it. We didn't even outro. You got to go. You really hate your hot take that much?
I don't have any good hot takes. Let me think about it.
My mic sounds nice.
1, 2.
Testing.
Fuck him out. This nigga kind of like testing.
My mic sounds nice.
Testing is the best album.
Hanging on the corner like a trapper.
Yeah.
I don't know how the rest of it.
My whole life, I don't want to be it. It's a fire song.
It is more fire than it should be.
That's my problem with you. It was more. I feel like the whole album was more fire than it should be to you.
Nah,
and you're like,
but like, if I played that song, I wouldn't risk playing that song at a party. But like if it came out in the headphones, I wouldn't be mad. You know.
I think if you play that, if the right DJ, if a good DJ plays that song, that shit slaps. You don't play the whole song, of course, no.
Yeah, you can.
But you get the right pocket of that song.
This is dead.
It's Spencer talking. We good. Hot take. Go.
I think mustard is the best condiment.
That sucked. That was fucking trash.
Damn, bro.
You stand on that?
Why are you bagging on him like that?
I believe it. I really believe that.
I actually disagree.
Yeah? What's better?
I disagree. I feel like barbecue is.
I don't even think barbecue is top tier condiment.
What the fuck?
Sriracha and hot sauce play.
Well, to be honest, I don't think anything. I think a condiment should always be complimentary. You know what I mean? I think it should be. That's why, like, I fight about mustard versus ketchup.
I feel you don't always have to use like a condiment. Yeah.
Like a condiment shouldn't. A condiment shouldn't like mask the taste of what you're eating.
It always masks it.
It shouldn't mask it.
Yeah.
It should complement it.
Right.
You should be able to align flavors with flavors. And mustard, there's just options.
You gotta get those flavors just to mix all in.
But not to like, to mix. You know, because I used to live with a bro that like would just like make a hot pocket and then just fucking dump ketchup on it.
Nick?
No. EJ.
EJ.
Just pour a bowl of ketchup on the hot pocket because I don't think he really liked hot pockets. I just think they were cheap and quick to make. And I think he just liked the taste of ketchup. Actually, I know he just liked the taste of ketchup. And so that's just a vehicle to eat your ketchup. You're not going to do that with mustard. Mustard is more of like something you're like, oh, that would really elevate the experience of this sandwich right now. It wouldn't hide all the wonderful flavors I already have going on, but just a nice dollop of Dijon, Grey Poupon, even a honey mustard. Like that's just really going to, further advance what's already happening here.
Thank y'all for watching, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yep.
And we'll catch y'all on the next one, man.
Peace.
Peace.